You heard me?
Yeah,
You
hold
said
on, please.
Khalil, right?
Yeah. Is Khalil, Khalil say something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, when he spotlight now when he start talking, y'all?
No, you're so spotlight.
Mike. No, I don't need the spotlight.
Y'all
I'm
sure?
an addict
There you go.
and can't quite remember when I developed this habit, but I have it. See, now it's a little different than the average. What happens is first I get that feeling nestled deep within in between my rites of passage and two fingers below my navel. The vibration moves up my spinal column as though it was an elevator, and as it reaches my blood pump regulator, it pit stops, grows in intensity, then continues on up to the top, reaching my crown, which immediately sends out shock wave throughout my body into every meridian. And at that moment, I know it's time to stop, sit down, and listen. Grab the nearest writing utensil, whether pen or pencil, and listen. It's during these times that the voices in my head speak the loudest. They don't tell me what to say, but they are clear on that which they don't want to hear and what would make them the proudest of this scribe. So I battle with whether to compromise and say what may move the crowd and possibly sell me a few more CDs, or speak on that which may totally kill the vibe and simultaneously my CD sales, but move the crowd's consciousness towards ascendancy. I guess you could say I got an addiction, letting everything ride on the possibility of that one person who was thirsting for what I have to offer being in attendance and paying attention. My problems only begin to worsen because I wasn't seeking repentance and had grown a strong resistance to the critics' opinions, reflecting the Creator's light is my life's ambition. I'm closer to a Christ than most Christians, using open mic nights like alcoholics use AA meetings to help regain their feeding. Rolling the dice despite predictions for choosing to speak life, talking about rolling the dice despite predictions for choosing to speak life, where death lingers on the lips, tongues, and tips of fingers of forsakers of this sacred art. Every poem is a window into my soul. I fearlessly face judgment, so go ahead and weigh my heart. And if it's heavier than my ox feather that resides on the other side, then I've perhaps traded in my God consciousness for ego and pride, but steadily stay yearning for my next relapse.
Okay, look. You be trying to out feature Nick on his feature, man.
Nah,
Nick,
not
see what he did? Nick.
Oh yeah, I was muted. My bad. Yeah, man, did his thing, bro. Snap, snap, get my face.
Try to sound on smooth too, like this is his feature. You feature next. Matter of fact,
Nah,
you
man.
feature next week. You're gonna write this in writing. You do feature next week.
Trying to out feature nobody.
So next we have Miss Crystal with an E. Y'all show some love, Crystal with an E.
I'm driving and I'm exhausted. Means nothing. I mean nothing to you, Keyboard?
Oh, you don't want to go?
I'm driving.
Oh, you driving?
I'm
My bad. I
exhausted.
apologize. We got your back. We got your back. Next on the
Thank
map, we
you.
got Irie. Y'all show Irie some love. Let me say it right. Y'all show Irie some love.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know thank you. Thank you for that accent change.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to write bars, the bars, the scars I've locked away in cellars, addict, acid addict. Yeah, I'll admit that there are some bruises and a couple losses I've puffed in loosely. Sipped E&J while tears roll down my face. Pill popper popping pills. Escaping reality in search of what's best for me. Oh, forget it, I'm insane. Sweat glistening on my skin, creating wetness, hiding sadness in dry cries. Have you ever felt worthless than worthless? Not knowing what you've done to deserve it, veins of an arsonist. Usher Raymond, let it burn. Split red seas, I'm talking to burning trees like I'm Moses. I listen to bushes, pulling, pushing, running away from myself. I've been asking for help. I've been burdened with stress that's left me overwhelmed, yet I've washed my hands and saved my grace. Can't y'all tell? What more do you want from me? I used to be dark and cold. Woman, I've grown and now I feel everything. I'm not quite comfortable, but I'm admiring my changes. I've opened my eye and the view I'm embracing. I'm aiming. My soul has no place for complacency. Everything I used to be, I'm replacing. I did my time, I earned my stripes, and I'm a butterfly. But my cocoon, I'ma frame it. My name, I'ma change it. I am not the new Tracy. She was just a version, a virgin, a baby. Call me Irie, the sun-kissed goddess. I don't think I'm the shit, but I do say so myself. I do know that I'm godly. I can finally see the goddess in me. I've improved my heart in tune. I'm seeing with my third eyes, and these words are my picture. I'm painting my point of view. I don't believe man was made to suffer and I woman to feel his pain. Every 23 days, the strength of each empress I gain. See, life is a cycle, and it's evil to live backwards. Too many are living to die. I am dying to live. I find my soul searching for answers. Open the past, don't get tense because I present it as a gift. A few chores on my list. Before I'm done revamping, I would have changed humanity. Or at least get a couple niggas to understand that I'm much more than the figure they see. I'm much more than the figure they see. I'm much more than my hourglass. Please stop wasting time staring at my ass. I'm moving fast. And these moments won't last like I was once just a girl seeking purpose in this world. No, I am woman, I am earth, and a poet that's been rebirthed.
Yeah.
Okay, Trey. We miss you too, then. We miss you too. Shoot.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next we have Farrah. Farrah, are you still on? Yes, he in the kitchen cooking. Don't worry, we're gonna keep it moving with Jakayla, better known as Soulfly, represent Polk County.
All right. Um, okay. This is Soul Serenade Part 2. What you crying for? Got a roof, clothes, bed, and food in the pantry, begging for that cast iron skillet. Plenty of millet and base at the lake to catch. One good paying job to slay bills that knock on the door each month, and a 98-mile supply for wheeling around town. No need to plunder for pleasure, digging in graveyards for lost and found pieces of the past that seem to make trouble last forever. Sneaking up when least expected, mental health and being neglected in pursuits of that blessed orange and green scroll, badge, stamp of approval that you're ready to enter the assembly line of suit and tie, skirt and blazer, wage slaves laying trails of tears, mystified, and cold needles, shopping carts, and finely cut front yards, fronting temples of terror where babies have naked dance parties with daddy and them, Disney and Friends as the soundtrack of Kunta whipping scars, gel into tattoos, attesting to the unbreakable of your being, maroon ugly duckling. Turn into a swan, summertime, fine like wine, with wide eagle hips that wave and dip. Good morning, nice to meet you. Please don't hurt me, baby. Only got 8 more lives left, and I'm trying to keep them, break these fine china chains on my woman turning line. Walking with God on the left, Lucy on my right, no longer bearing this fight by my lonesome. Now that I done knelt, shade knees down to ask for a wholesome kind of ship to help me steer along the path of love. Received. Back talk.
Talk back.
Talk back.
Oh,
Oh,
back.
that.
Okay.
Okay, what was the name of that one?
This is Soul Serenade Part 2. It's Part 1. I can do later.
Why you do part one, then say let me do part two too? Now we got to hear it backwards.
I can do Part 1 later.
Nick, what you think she should do? I'm gonna let you call it.
I mean, personally, I would want to hear part 1 and then hear how it flows into part 2. So 1 then 2. Like, that's just me. You know, I like to see it, you know, because you wouldn't want to watch Godfather Part 2 and then watch Godfather Part 1. You'd be confused. You're like, wait a minute, this guy's alive? You know, you'd be like,
I feel the same. That's like watching Friday after next. You ain't watch the other Friday, the first one.
exactly.
So she set us up because she didn't give us a title for it and she didn't give us the parts for it. So I think you should rewind it and do part 1 and then do part 2 later.
Part 1 first and then part 2? Okay.
Well, you doing part 1 second. You already did part 2 first. We just want to hear part 1. Then you're gonna do part 2 again later.
Okay, so again later 1 and 2, or right now 1?
You can do part 1 now. You're not gonna do 3 poems back to back. Part 1 now. And you can do part 2 later again.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Soul Serenade Part 1. I stretched my hand to meet yours, cracked and grasping an inkling of promise sown so many yesterdays ago. In muddy water and quicksand, dilated moons reflecting blinks of blissful soul serenade that seemed to lullaby me to a mountain of escape, firmly burrowed in one's cave of denial, scanning for perpetrators and potential Pied Pipers poised as smiles, hand planted on the family machete, just in case I need to slice some heads. But when it came to you, my grip eased, and instead I rode into crimson Harlem nights, even allowing golden light to penetrate and dissolve dams of don't touch me, accepting intimacy invitations, no longer intimidated by body scans from head to toe, licked lips and tenderness, tickling my scars, carefully tucked away beneath a brown velvet coat, showing tales wrought with wonder about exiting stage left and right before the tip. This is a vein, it thuds on waiting towel as a knock on the door turns into, can I stay for a while? I mean, no less a fantasy, but merely the awe of being loved and cared for. Visions of screaming hearts kneeling over my bleeding throat is enough to steer me back to black pen and paintbrush on deck to help me keep on pushing a little longer. No ways tired, but wide we're doing. That carries my pain away, allowing me to keep on keeping on another day. That's part 1.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we'll do part 2 in a little bit. Trying to steal neat feature. Boy, I tell you. All right, next on the mic, we got Intricate. We ain't heard from him in a long time, boy. We got a few Duval people on this call. What's up, Intricate?
My fault. I was retrieving a drink real quick. Trying to retreat back to a quiet place. Was not ready. Okay. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
All right, all right.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Me,
Bless.
we keep playing phone tag in the last month, but it's cool.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have.
Up to 5.
Shit. This is a poem for my mom. There's a legend from Jacksonville. She grew up off 45th Street as the daughter of a sailor and a Renaissance woman. She jumped higher than expectations in a single leap. Her hustle outmuscled gender roles and outwitted sexism, refused to be just the baby-making, cooking, cleaning, baking machine, even though she can do all of those things. She will box your patriarchy to a stand still and never waited for a man's aspirations. She levitates above her station. I first learned of the power of manifestation through her. She used prayers like spells, went to college with nothing but willpower and determination, used folded hands and conjured opportunities from nothing. Divine intervention is just her hotline. Grew skin that adapted to her environment and resisted what it produced. Her presence is the fruit. She birthed heroines and a hero. We were forged from her conversations with God. I was never at odds with the purpose I serve. I know I only spit because I was manifested with words. An epic doesn't do her justice. She is what just is. Give her a problem to slay and she'll mush it. But she's no ride or die. She's compromised. The day she started feeling more martyr than heroin, she put down the cape, said she'd rather dedicate her powers to causes that won't leave her as the only one she didn't save. Now tell me that ain't a lead. Now tell me that ain't a lead to follow. In a world of actors, I know my role model. I've stared her in the face and found a mirror. Divinity couldn't be more clearer, more nearer. It's home when I'm near her. My mother is a story of triumph I hope to read to my children, to inspire resilience and brilliance. And if they ask me what you were like, I'll tell them, remember her legendary. Thank you.
Nice.
And I'm thinking the name of that is called Legendary.
The name of that is called, The Legend of May 13th.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That was a beautiful poem, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was real nice. Very nice.
So, I don't know if you noticed, but you write great family poems. I remember you did the one about your aunt. You did that one about your friends in school.
About my friends in school?
Yeah, the one about the one shot the school up. The bully
No, those are my friends.
Those are your associates.
It's a great poem still. It's a great poem still. So.
he said family poems.
Friends, like what they say, about your friends and family. Both of them start with F. And sometimes they fail you. That's another F. So sometimes they make you fly. That's another F.
Next time you said that, you got to introduce it as a family piece.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Right, I got this piece about
I was inspired by my cousin.
Oh boy.
He liked to let the chopper sing.
When was the last time you did a poem intricate?
The last time I did a poem?
Yeah.
Like spit a poem?
Yeah.
Was the last time I was, well, the second to last time I was on the Zoom call.
All right. Have you been writing anything?
Yeah, I've been writing poems. I've been writing poems. I just haven't been spitting them.
All right.
Me and Rasan was trying to work on getting Badge Bully recorded.
Man, please do. That poem and then B Strong song, I Matter, they're so relevant now. Y'all gonna let that moment pass before. Don't take advantage of that. Don't let that pass, y'all.
Yeah, we got both of our parts recorded right now. Rasan's trying to get it mixed up so we can do a video for it. But yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Made me smile tonight again.
Hey.
That's all right. All right. Next we have Miss Devion. Devion, you ready to do your thing? Devion. Kobe. Get all these nicknames. She probably know her own name no more. All right, don't worry about it. Next, we're gonna call up Miss Springtime. Springtime, could you please hit up with the Black on Black Rhyme intro? We ain't heard it in so long. Huh? I did.
Oh, my baby said you called me.
I did. We ready for you. We ready for you to speak your piece.
Oh,
And if y'all perform, could y'all please turn y'all camera on? That way, when on the people that's on the live, they'll actually see something besides a blank screen.
I didn't know I was performing.
You're always performing. It's a Black and Black Rhyme call. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Come back to me.
All
Give
right.
me a chance. Come back to me.
I'll give you 9 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So next we have Springtime. Springtime, I don't know what you was going to do, but before you do what you was going to do, could you please do the Black and Black Rhyme intro?
She just left.
She did.
Yeah, she like like right when you was about to call her.
Boy, I tell you. Well, Will, you doing something tonight? Will.
What's going on? Hey, I can.
Go on.
I got stuff.
Well,
All right,
hold
on.
Will you?
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta try to use your name in the sentence, man. I was like, will you?
Hey, I like the word fake. But I gotta go through my notes. I'm like whipping right now. Hold up, let me pull over somewhere. It's a graveyard nearby. I'm gonna just pull over to the graveyard.
You dead wrong if you do that.
Hey, I saw your face light up when you thought about that fun.
You dead right, it did.
Hey, hold up. Wait a minute, like Willow Smith out here.
Springtime, how you doing? Springtime, how you doing? Hold up, she sent me a chat. Hold on. She on the chat me telling me I'm fine. How y'all? We want to hear that Black on Black Rhyme piece when you come up. Oh, your background noise. Okay, that's respect. That's respect. You know, when I used to sing, no matter how loud my background was, I would drown them out, or they would hush or leave. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see me. Hold up.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, can you see
no,
me
we
still?
can't. We can't see you
Yeah,
now.
if I go to my notes and read it, it won't let me. Like it won't be my face. That's the only thing.
That's cool. Go on the rocket. We know what your face looks like. We'll like imagine it's there on the screen.
All right, that's a bit better.
I can wait out here. Do you want me to wait out here?
All right, hold up. All right, y'all ready for me?
We ready?
All right, here we go. Strength, tenacity, resilience, unrelenting, godlike, grinding, love, evolution, a propelling force, pain, perenation, ambiguous inceptions, nourishment, bridging our bonds like roots of pandos, swelling through soil like waves of tremors, forging highways beneath surface level, linking eternal to death, soul to body, the body of the mind to the heart. Beneath surface, most of us try to create heaven in hell. The only issue is heaven is so elusive and hell is all too real. It's hard to value life when no one asked to be here, standing naked in a crowd full of strangers at this house party we call life. Funny we all showed up and never received the addy or the invite, and the fun is short-lived. Our connection, like the bird and the tree, the chrysalis and butterfly, life and death feels the same. Freedom and refuge go hand in hand from where I stand, hand in hand like ideally we be. Lines drawn in the sand can be a wonderful thing unless it leaves you exiled. And that's the end.
All right. Will, how long you been writing?
So I started when I was like 14, so about 9 years, something like that.
So you trying to make us do math? Okay. That's 23. I got you.
Yeah.
Where you live at? What state you're in?
In Appalachia, Florida.
Oh, you're my homeboy.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I
That's
might
it.
be that way on Saturday. I'll call you and let you know.
Okay, okay. That's
Call
a
him and
big
tell him
bet.
to get on the call too.
I will.
All right.
I
Why you
will.
didn't tell me that was you when I called you? I guess you probably thought I knew, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I thought you did, man. You called my name out and everything. You know, you
Technology. That's
called out my government.
technology.
Yeah, man. I respect the movement of Black on Black Rhyme, man. I don't know if he told you, but I have performed out in Tampa. But I don't think it was you. It was it's like an old head DJ and another dude. I forgot his name. I can't believe I forgot his name, man. But
Cotton. DJ Cotton.
yeah, yeah,
I'm always picking on him when I see him. Nick, you didn't catch that
yeah.
Cotton. I'm always picking on him don't worry about it. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man. But I wanted to tap in and see what's up and be inspired as well.
Well,
Just by the
well, I
other
made sure I
creators.
inform you about all the shows, so I got you in my
Yeah,
text thread. So
for sure, for sure. This was kind of like inconvenient timing for me though, so I'm probably have to slide in a second. But
let's
I'll
slide it.
definitely do it. Yeah, man. Just hey, if I can tap in later or something, I definitely will.
Or we'll be here till at least 11. Probably a little bit Nick long-winded, so it might be 11:30. Yeah, he talks slow sometimes too, so it might be 11:45. So just check in. We might still
Hey,
be here.
that's a big bet. Shouts out to Nick.
And I'll be hitting you up
Hey,
either
hey,
tomorrow or Sunday.
for sure, for sure, for sure. Peace and power to y'all, man. Blessings.
All right. And next we got Mr. Pharaoh D. Y'all show Pharaoh D some love.
Yeah, Pharaoh D.
Ooh.
Is that Pharaoh D? Y'all see him?
I don't see him.
I see somebody that got iPhone. I thought it was him. See, the Android phone don't say Android phone. It didn't say your name. iPhone. Like, all right, Devion, you ready? It's been 10 minutes.
Yes, but I look a mess, and I'm in bed.
Put the cover on. Girl, you all right? Weird, cute.
Whatever. Hey, before I start, Selah said, I thought they only call you Kobe in Orlando. I said, oh yeah, he from Orlando.
Tell her we said hey.
Okay. So this is called Selah after my daughter, and it goes, I want to be able to tell my daughter there's nothing guaranteed. Just look at your father and me. But nevertheless, you were conceived out of LOVE, so don't let anyone tell you differently. I want to be able to tell my daughter that in everything you do, try your very best and reach for the stars in the sky. And if you don't happen to grab one, don't fret, Selah, because even then you'll still be pretty high. I want to be able to tell my daughter that sometimes life gets rough. And it's at those very same times you gotta be tough. And finding a good friend is like trying to find parking at FAMU. It's hard to do, but when you do, you hold on for dear life. I want to be able to tell my daughter that it would be much easier for me to hide the truth and tell you a lie, or rather just sing you a lullaby. But as I gaze into your eyes, I want to apologize for not giving you both a mommy and daddy to wake up to. And I think Truth said it best when he said, be careful who you let see your most intimate, precious parts if you're not ready to carry the weight of replicating DNA. But it's okay, because now I understand that day, instead of getting down, I should have got up, closed up shop and stopped, pulled up the drawers for the calls, but instead I'll pause and reflect. My dear Selah. She told me to do that. That's her favorite poem.
I bet it is. I bet it is. I wonder why.
So Selah means to pause and reflect. If those you don't know, so my daughter's name is Selah. So and she was a black on black. She the first black on black rhyme baby, because she used to come to
When year she was
shows.
born?
08.
No. Ashley was my daughter, and she's actually on. She was born 99, the year Black on Black Brown was
Oh,
founded. It
I
doesn't get
remember
any closer to that.
Ashley. Hey.
Yeah. And then Wally B daughter, I think she was born in
Okay, well, fine. Well,
2000.
she's somewhere in there. Okay.
Yeah, she in the mix somewhere.
All right. Well, shout out to Orange County, where we from. You mean you, Key boy?
You know, yeah, everybody know I'm from Polk County. Don't be
No,
saying
you
that.
from Orange County.
Orange County is actually northeast Polk County, to be
No,
honest.
it is.
Yes, look
Polk
on the
County
map.
is South Orlando. I'm not gonna play with you on
No,
this phone
Polk
today.
County is not south
All
anything. We're the central Florida, left, eastern, north and south, and we're east and west in the middle. We are the heart of Florida. In the springtime, the answer is yes, and you're up next. Kobe, what are you doing in Jacksonville now? You still Lauren?
Why you have my business out in Front Street like that?
Because some of us only need lawyers. I'm trying to give you some advertisement. I'm putting their business out here on Front Street. You just don't know it.
I've been knowing you for like some years now.
Yeah. Y'all remember last week I was on the Zoom call and we was talking about who was on the call last week? And I said I was in Orlando and somebody ran up on me. I had the Black and Black Ryan magnet on the truck. And they was like, oh my God, Black and Black Ryan. I'm sitting there having a conversation and I realized I didn't know her. She said, oh, I never met you before. I know Walla B. I met him online. That's who it was, y'all.
Y'all, I was 17, right? I was 17. I'm not going to tell you how old I am now, but I was 17. So that was like centuries ago. And like, I used to be the youngin in the poetry club where poetry wasn't even like that popular. And I seen was Black on Black Rhyme truck, Black on Black Rhyme truck, and I went up to him in the middle of the street while he was driving, like, "Hey, I've been with you." And we all went out and got something to eat. Remember, you put me on the hot pie with ice cream.
Yeah, they had that special going on.
I've been having my fat girl snack ever since.
I still get it too.
All right.
And I told Walla B, you met him on Black Planet. Was it Black Planet?
Yep, Black Planet. And I have the music in the background. You tell my age.
Black Planet. Yeah, she said she met you on Black Planet.
Salon was with us.
Yeah. That was the AKA Lounge, right?
Yep, the AKA Lounge. That was
AKA Lounge.
Yeah.
A lot of yeah.
Early 2000s. Man, it's been about 20 years. I can't get rid of you.
Oh, it's what say la. You still my dog though. You know you don't bark. So next on the mic, Springtime says she don't want to do what I asked her to do. She has an unfinished poem because I'm always trying to make people do what I want them to do. But I'm gonna let Springtime do her thing in the wintertime. It ain't even winter yet. She better be cold too. Y'all supposed to love Springtime.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
I'm giving y'all the bonnet tease today.
You got your little autumn colors in the background?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I did an unfinished poem. I actually did it in a therapy session, which I think is interesting. So I just wanted to share with you guys, see what y'all felt, how y'all felt about it. Give me some feedback. Should I finish it? Is it finished? For people who don't know me, I'm Springtime. I sing and stuff like that, but I also do poetry. I rap. I do all kinds of things.
Everything.
Yeah, I do whatever I feel like on the day. But I'm gonna read a poem to y'all called "A Thorn." When my eyes first saw light, there was a quiet feeling in the air. Before I could take my first breath, I had already on my back an evil glare, more shit than I was willing to bear on my shoulders that hadn't even formed yet. How can you tell the strength of something if you never let it grow? Never water the seeds that you planted in rotted soil, and then have the nerve to be upset with the turmoil constantly growing in your garden of dust. You must have known what it was like to be silent, to have your leaves wilting right in front of you, a well within your glance, but too far to receive a hoping chance of rain, a blissful relief to the nagging pain in the back of your neck. Every time you lied and nodded yes, you must have known what it was like to feel used. Every part of you taken without your permission, abused in a fashion that never quite fit you.
So it wasn't finished?
No.
Oh, man, my head pop up.
I still like it though.
Thank you.
You need to finish that.
That shit
Okay.
hard.
Thank you. I ain't wrote a poem in a long time, y'all.
Get back on it. We miss it. We miss it.
So do I.
So have you been performing anywhere lately?
Yes, I actually just recorded a show last week. I'm helping someone with a Christmas album right now. So yeah, I'm always doing something. Just yeah. I'm always working with somebody.
How the baby doing?
She's great. She's in Michigan right now with her daddy. Mhm. They on a vacation. Well, I guess I'm on a vacation.
All right. So next we have, let me see who we got next. So entry didn't get back on. So before we call our next person, we're gonna take a little 2-minute intermission. Well, actually about a minute. I want everybody to invite 10 people, all right? And everybody invite 10 people. Khalil, you ain't even moving, man. We can see you.
You want me to invite them online right now, like through the mail? I'm on the other
No,
screen.
okay. Then you get 3 more people on the line right quick. 3 more people, y'all. I'm sitting here texting now because I sent out the wrong link, so I'm resending it to the right link to the people.
I'm doing it.
So y'all thought I had my head down advertising the hat. Now I'm on my phone. Nick, you can invite more people, man. Where your homeboy at? Where Poetic Lyricism at? Entry, what voice is that?
Inviting people.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. All right. All right, here we go. Our next performer is Mr. Ali Langston, the world's greatest. Boom, bye, yay. Y'all show him some love.
Yo.
He probably outside drinking water on the porch, looking at the sunshine in Miami. Ali.
Who told you I was performing?
Oh, I ain't know you wasn't. My bad. Nick said he wanted to hear you, and you know, Entry got that wide eye now. He said, "Man, I ain't heard Ali in so long."
I can't perform today. My eyes hurt.
Nick, you gonna fall for that?
Nah. Yeah. You gotta do it with your eyes closed.
Say what?
You said your eyes hurt?
Yeah, my eyes hurt.
Man, just spit it with your eyes closed. You good. You don't need your eyes.
This poem called Sleep.
Boy, I tell you.
Nah, I'm just here to spectate.
For real?
Yeah.
Ali, how you gonna give Nick that compliment a few weeks ago, and then you don't spit a poem on his feature?
That don't invalidate the compliment.
No, because Nick said, man, that meant something to me. Ali said that's the guy you were bragging about, ain't the key? I'm like, yeah. And now we. Oh, boy. Nick, help me out, Nick.
Man. I don't say, man. Man, I don't want to spit. Man, I don't want to spit. You know.
And then we gonna have a meeting tomorrow.
All right.
We gotta have a meeting tomorrow. All right. Is Lovely Banks, you still on? Or did you lose service again? Miss Lovely Banks.
Let's see.
Was there anyone wanting to perform before the feature come up? No one? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do a poem. This is a dedication to Domestic Violence Awareness Month. This poem is called Quack Quack.
I remember this one.
It's just, Decatur, watch. I'm only doing part 1. See how I did that? Yeah, I'm only doing part 1.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
It was so obvious on how he was robbing this lady out of the most precious years of her life. Called 911 4 more times and twice, and all they gave her were Band-Aids and a pack of ice, and she never took the charges to the cleaners. She wore them with the wrinkles in them, even when he treated her meaner than before. She wanted to travel and see more of the world and eventually have kids, but she saw more of the ambulance than the paramedics did, and the paramedics were kid and called her the lady with the violet colored contacts because her eyes stayed black, as if she was making a fashion statement. It got to the point where she loved to hate me, but she continued to date men who hit her like door knocks each time they paid her a visit. Knock, knock, who is it? She cried out to no avail. Her self-esteem was low and frail. She wanted them to stop the abuse, but she didn't want them to go to jail. That's why she was so slow to tell the cops why. She wished they hadn't stopped by because he provided her the ride to work. Because he was the one who provided the hurt. She said, was he the one who helped pay the bills for her phones and lights? They asked, was he the one who helped pay the hospital bill for when he treated her wrong at night? And then water began to form in the black contact in her left eye, and she began to cry. And then 2 years of tears poured from her face as if they was unemployed and couldn't find a job, so they hung out near her face because it was there. They could always find a place to run and play beneath the makeup and clay because it was every day. She found herself in the same lake, stuck, because she was afraid to switch ponds, and she was too hurt to duck. Tracy, you make me mess my poem. I'm trying to read your message. I thought you said you couldn't hear me. You said I can't with him.
You're supposed to be spitting, not reading.
Huh?
You were supposed to be spitting, not reading.
It popped up on my screen, and I see, because I sure finna start over. Yeah, that was Quack Quack wrote in honor of Domestic Violence Month. So since no one wants to perform before the feature, we're going to call up our feature. And I think Tracy Irie should introduce him.
Okay. So tonight's feature is my co-host, my friend, Mr. Nick Austin. Come on, Nick.
That's it.
What you want me to say about you? Want me to tell you the school he went to and everything? Straight from New York.
This nigga need more than that.
Florida.
Hold up. So all right. So let Soulflower do introduction. Let's see how she do hers. Yeah, Soulflower, introduce you. Got to say something.
I got you. You didn't tell me I was gonna do this ahead. I would have prepared something written, but it's okay. The spoken word assassin, all the way from New York. Unfortunately, repping Florida State.
You got rivals? Damn.
How she say unfortunate?
One of my mentors in Black on Black Rhyme, perhaps the most mature, seasoned member of this Black on Black Rhyme generation. Definitely been a big brother, hosting workshops, hustling, doing his thing, being there for us, showing us how to develop our voice, really being a light and carrying on the Black on Black Rhyme history and legacy wherever he goes. He's always spitting, always encouraging, always inspiring, always pushing us to write and literally just heal ourselves with our own voice and our own healing power. So Nick is like on some fourth dimension stuff when it comes to spoken word, and he will be successful. He's already successful. Waiting on this album to drop, Waves, and waiting on his next lifetime to where we see Nick in all his glory. And this feature is just a small part of his journey, along with his repertoire of graphic design skills. Hit him up for that too. So with all due respect, I present Nick Austin.
Wow.
Okay.
That was like a mix of like an introduction and a like my whole life story is like he was born in Queens. The youngest of 3 child, 3 children.
Hey, born by the river.
Well, I got shade. Whatever.
Born by the river, I was actually born in a basket. They found me. I don't know. But
what?
You're how y'all doing? For those that don't know, I'm Nick. Nick Austin. That's like my stage name and my government name. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And yeah, I got some poems for y'all and shit. Before I start though, because I'm gonna forget all my shameless plugs. I'm a co-host of a podcast called It's the Podcast for Me. If you haven't checked it out, me and my lovely co-host, Irie, it's on Spotify. It's on a ton of places. It's on Anchor. I think it's on Apple Podcasts by now. But the quickest way is just go on Spotify, look up Nick and Irie, and you'll see it. It's called It's the Podcast for Me. And we talk about a whole bunch of stuff, a bunch of wild stuff. Got good chemistry, nice intelligence and ignorance. It's a nice blend, yin and yang. And then, I have a book that I might be reading from, depending on what type of poems y'all trying to hear. This is a erotic poetry book, and it's called Voices in My Bed. It's on Amazon, and just look up Voices in My Bed, Nick Austin. It is filthy, but you can read it to your kids because it is a family story. It is. It's a story of passion and
ew.
What?
That is nasty, Nick.
I'm saying them kids need to know how they got here. I'm just saying shit.
What do y'all consider family stories?
I'm saying birds and the bees, bro. Oh, look at that. Hey, she got her copy. Y'all need to go ahead and get y'all copy, okay? So the next time I have a feature show, I need to see all the squares light up with copies of my book. That'd be lit, okay?
Like that, Nick. Like that.
Right.
Where can we get your book?
On Amazon. That's
Amazon?
gonna be
Okay.
Yeah. Go on Amazon. Type in "Voices in My Bed," Nick Austin. That'll be the first thing. Or just type in "Voices in My Bed." You'll see it. It'll say Nick Austin. They got it in Kindle form and actually no, it's just all paperback. They ain't got no Kindle form no more. So it's all paperback, and it's only $10. So that's damn near free, And go ahead and check that out. And if anybody has a book, reach out to me because I'm always trying to expand my book collection of people that I know, like poetry. And I'm always supporting. I got a whole stack of like poetry books from people from Black on Black Rhyme. And I'm always trying to expand it. So just let me know. And I like to support those that support me and those that don't support me. So yeah. But let's get into some poetry. All right. I don't know what type of order I'm trying to do. I will be taking requests because I got a fuck ton of pieces. But there is a piece that there's 2 new pieces that I have been working on this week. Don't gotta memorize, so I'm gonna just spit them things, and hopefully I like it. It's something new, something different. And this first one is called "Why Do I Write?" Yeah, that's the working title. I'm trash at titles, so that's the title right now. All right. Why do I write? Is it because the curvature of letters is sometimes better than the curves of a lady? Some say maybe. Some say maybe not. But I just love to take a cold idea and make it hot, taking tundra thoughts, then taming them through torching tenacious tongues. Maybe I just think it's fun to affirm my ability of verbal obliteration through alliteration, translation. I just like writing this shit. I just like to flex when I'm writing this shit. And I like to turn people's necks when I'm reciting this shit. Got people pulling out their smartphones just to record me, asking me my booking prices to see if they can afford me. But why do I write? Do you think I do it for the fortune and the fame? How can you put a dollar amount on a portion of my pain? Every single part of me is important just the same. Some days I feel warm from the sunshine. Other days I feel tortured by the rain, but why do I write? Is it because I can treat my shows like communion and share my body like Christ with a room full of disciples that pretend to like you and you openly welcome the worship because it gives you something to write to? I mean, a dope dealer really ain't that different from a poet. Both be making a killing off serving lines. Both professions can lead to serving time. They say your spot in heaven ain't guaranteed. So maybe writing poetry is just my way of reserving mine. I deserve to shine like every other star in the sky, whether or not you know my name or what you've observed. Because at the end of the day, you gonna know my words. I know my worth and I know my limits. There's no time limit outside of these slams to discover who I am. The only time you'll ever catch me not moving forward is when I stand on a cliff. They told me the bar for being a great poet is far too high. Ha, I'm about to stand on that bitch. My writing skills are like a cocaine-covered condom continuously consumed in the course of intercourse. Do you know what that means? I'm dope as fuck. You know what's up. Even when you have no clue what I'm about to spit, you will always get just enough to trust this. Every time you see me hit the mic, I knock it out. I'm Buster Douglas. Why do I write? Maybe because writing is in my blood. There's not a single topic that I wouldn't try to wrestle, because internally these vicious venomous verbs vibrate every vessel, and an alluring array of adjectives fill every artery, as every one of my punchlines convulse to the rhythm of my pulse, and every new beat brings a new bar to mind. It'd be hard to find a single one of my lines that doesn't have at least one drop of my blood on it. But I see you losing the point, so let me put it clearly before you start to miss. I didn't spit all those lines just for the art of this. I spit those lines to show you I ain't lying when I tell you I put my heart in this, but that's not why I write. Just imagine the forces of good waging war on evil. That's my kind of fight. Now imagine if you had to feel that battlefield every day inside your head. That's my kind of life. And in order to cut the built up tension, you need the right kind of knife. Well, my tongue and wit are razor sharp. And I apologize if I made it hard to know why I write. So I'll tell you the simple explanation before I go and meet the Reaper. I gave you multiple reasons on every layer I peeled back, had you hoping that it's deeper. So I'll finally tell you the answer and hope that it will teach you. I write because they told me every black man needs therapy, and poetry was cheaper. Thank you.
Damn.
That was the
Hey,
first
did he say he busted Douglas?
Oh no, that cocaine dope as fuck line. What?
He said I hit the mic like I'm Buster Douglas. I
Come
called that too. I
on.
was like, okay.
Come on.
Every time I hit the mic.
Stop playing with them.
Song for the boxing fans. Yeah, I should say that shit for last. Damn, shit. Shut the
Yes.
fuck up.
You
Damn.
came and kicked in the door.
I didn't think I was gonna go that hard. I'm trying to think. The next poem I want to spit. Let's see. I did make a little list. Like I said, I do take requests. If there's any poems that you guys want to specifically hear, if you don't know the name, you know. Let's see. Oh no, why did I write that one? I don't want to do that one. Okay. All right. So let me spit one that I got memorized. I'm gonna do a mix of memorized, not memorized, memorized, not memorized. So nice little flow. This is called God, my God piece. I used to live my life filled with so much rage. Even at a young age, I used to feel like I had to walk with anger. I never really used to pray or try to speak with God because my mama taught me not to talk to strangers, and I always felt like he was the black father that didn't bother to try to raise me. So growing up in New York, my support came from Africa Bambaataa and Jay-Z. It's crazy. It's no wonder I had a reasonable doubt if I would ever get to hear from him in my lifetime. In my heart, I knew I would need to seek him out, but like a broken watch, it never felt like the right time. So I was constantly in pain, and I wanted it to go away. So anytime that I'd be moping, I would just pop an ibuprofen and I'd be hoping for a smile, like maybe this will leave me not as broken for a while. For a while, I never considered myself strong enough, but I never considered the stronger stuff. No codeine or no lean. I heard that morphine makes morphines and the hurt was less with Percocet, but if you take too much, there's no effect because your body gets used to using it. I made sure I was never abusing it until finally I silently took a good dose of Advil. It felt good as hell, but after a while, I felt the bad still. All the bad feels, it was mad real. Every bite felt like it was gonna be my last meal. I paid for all of those killers in vain, because I was still in pain. I was feeling strained and feeling rain when I really just wanted the sun. I didn't care what the cost was because I really just wanted it done. Jump forward to December 16, 2001-8. Other than February 3rd, 1990, I know it's the one date that I'll never forget. And I don't mean that in the worst way. I just mean because both of those dates can be seen as my birthday. February 3rd, I emerged from between my mother's black thighs. And December 16th, I was submerged as my mother observed me being baptized. From that day forward, I wasn't just another black guy. I was somebody's son. That's somebody being that guy in that sky. Now I'm happy to say I have a great relationship with both my fathers. Both the earth one and the first one, and I promise not to hurt one. I used to be the worst son, but now I hurt none. Went from popping pills to dropping bills in the collection plate, because I never had to grow up on Section 8, and I never had a facility or correction date. I used to run so hard and so far away from my blessings, I made my ankle sore. But when I took the time to realign, I realized I got a lot to be thankful for, like just being able to go to the gas station and fill my tank some more. I don't got to keep riding around on E. Every day putting $5 on pump 3. Because sometimes $5 is all you can afford to spend on some gas, bro. I asked the Lord to protect me from my enemies. Soon as I did, some of my friends turned into Casper. They ghosted on me. But if they're really my friends, they not supposed to haunt me. If they were really my friends, ain't they supposed to want me to be happy? But I won't point them out though. I won't do this like Judas and start betraying on them. The only time your enemy should be on your mind is when you're praying on them. But I digress. I tried my best in this thing called life. I would think all night until I could find the answer. And then one night I finally found the answer. You see, we all have our demons that we need to face. And in order to overcome them, you have to take a leap of faith and jump forward. Every day that you wake up alive is death defying. This ain't even a poem no more. This is me testifying. So I'm going to give a big thanks to G-O-D. Because it's all thanks to G-O-D that I didn't O-D. I said it's all thanks to G-O-D that we all be getting out of darkness and getting over doubts and getting our degrees. Without God in my life, I wouldn't know how to breathe. I wouldn't know how to see anything after life. But you can have anything as long as you put everything after Christ. I just felt this on my spirit, and I felt y'all need to hear it, so I had to write. The list is long for the list of wrongs that I have to write. But even if the devil cut half my life and only have tonight to grab the mic and spit a poem that you don't even have to like, I'm still going to spread this message. I said I'm still going to spread this lesson. I said I'm still going to spread this blessing, even if I have to fight. Because even if you don't have a single ounce of energy in my body left, still going to make sure that you have it, right? You have it, right?
Yeah, we got it, Nick. We got it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting a little messy.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice, nice.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh man, I'm glad you appreciate that. Ooh, that poem always takes a lot out of me, man. That's a, ooh, yeah, that's one of them poems. All right, so I need to do a fun poem because I done started off too like hard and then emotional.
In the doorway, then the 4-4. You snapping, nigga.
He's coming in hard.
Damn, bro, I'm trying to get on my intricate shit, bro. Like,
Hey,
bro,
dog.
I'm so glad intricate on this shit, bro. Like, let me just gas my bro right quick, bro.
Hey.
Like, when I see certain poets, I step my game the fuck up, and like, Intricate's energy is so fucking like 10. Every performance is just on 10, and I was just like, I need to step my shit up, and like, I just started writing harder. Like, I was just like, all right, what would E do? Like, that was just kind of like how I do that shit.
Stop
bro.
playing
What
with
would
me,
E
bro.
do?
Stop playing.
Like,
Stop playing with me, bro.
that's
You
how
know
you
you
make
step
stuff,
in.
bro. Like, I just love watching poets, like other poets perform. I watch a bunch of poetry, like all that stuff, and I'm just like, all right, I can do this better. I can do this better. Boom, 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 and that's how I just keep working on my craft to just keep topping myself. Like, but yeah, so I appreciate you for being dope. I appreciate everybody on this call for being dope. All y'all dope, because I guarantee I'm gonna write some hotter shit, or all the shit I got now from the stuff that I heard tonight. Yeah. And so let's see, what's another, let's see, I want to do a fun one. Okay, so I said I was gonna mix it up, do memorize, not memorize. So this is my other new piece. This one I just finished like an hour ago. So I hope y'all fuck with it. I'm trying something different with like a story. So this is story time. The name of this piece is Pizza Hut. All right. So I think it's a funny piece, kind of, but y'all see. All right, close the window. All right, here we go. This is a poem about hypocrisy, but not in the way that y'all can see, at least not yet. I got to give y'all some context. My homie told me he caught his girl sending a context to another man. I said I didn't understand. How'd you know? He said he found her phone laying on the bed while she was taking a shower. When he read the messy message, he felt like she was taking his power by letting another man place other hands all over her motherland. She was his Africa. And he knew that there was countless colonizers continuously chasing after her with the sole intent of grabbing her precious resources and draining her dry. He explained to me why he was so suspicious in the first place. He said that any woman who lets you get past first base on the first date is either a gold digger, just trying to get her purse straight, or a dirty little thought that's looking for some thirst bait. Either way, in his eyes, those women make the worst mate. I said, hold up. I wonder how you acting holier than thou as if you've never had a slice of hoe cake. Because wasn't you in some IG model's DMs the other day dropping a snowflake? Telling her she's so icy and you a glacier boy. See, when you point out hypocrisy to a hypocrite, they avoid accountability. Calling a woman a thought for calling a woman a thought for not waiting to give up the box saying it messed up his whole mood. But he giving out his eggplant like they do free samples at Whole Foods. And he mad at his lady for entertaining other suitors. But it doesn't suit him when you point out that he be acting like one of the NBA's top shooters, pulling up from Curry range with all the shots he be taking. The message of this poem will not be mistaken. This is a poem about hypocrisy. I see it every day as far as the eye can see. Like Socrates, my philosophy is that a lot of niggas out here are full of shit. So the only bag they need to get is the one for colostomy. Talk about hypocrisy. My homie was pissed that his girl had broken his trust. Reading their text thread that was dripping with lust, seeing her talking about her past of stripping for bucks, and him saying he wanted to fuck again. So not only did she send the guy pictures of her pussy, but she had already let him touch it. So my homie said, fuck it. I'm going to hear it straight from the source. So of course, this is a poem. Look, I'm going to hear it straight from the source. So of course, he went to dial the number. And because this is a poem about hypocrisy, I stood there and watched the whole thing. The guy's name was listed as Pizza Hut in her phone. He called him, and then my phone rang. Yeah. Hypocrisy.
That's messed up.
That was good.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So you was the toppers on the pizza?
I gave him the sauce.
He was the eggplant.
He was the meat.
He was the eggplant.
The meat lovers.
That was a different flavor, Nick. I see you. I see you.
Once I memorize that shit gonna be that's gonna be a nice one, man. That's gonna be a nice one.
Well, I don't want to be there when the dominoes fall.
He stayed ready.
Man.
Nick, I have a request.
Hey, hold on. Nick, that's a whole new meaning for food for thought.
Damn.
Yes.
Like that. I might change that to the title, food for thought. Like
Ew.
Food for thought. All right. Jakayla, what did you say? You got a request? I heard a request.
Yes, I have a request. I
Okay.
don't know what it's called, but I know a line. All right, this is the line.
I swear to God, if it's what I think it is.
All right, this is the line. I put my tongue in her, I make her come. I put my tongue in her, I make her come. I put my tongue in her, I make her come. That one, 3 times.
Okay. I should have that poem memorized. So let's see. That's like the only sex piece that I have memorized. So let's see. All right, ain't no kids in here. Everybody over 18. I ain't trying to catch no cases. All right, let me just look around the room. Okay, everybody good. All right, cool. All right. I want you to come sit on my face, and then let your cum drip while I taste your lips. I want you to gyrate your hips while you whisper to me, "Daddy, it's all yours." Then lean forward on all fours so I can rub your juice into my pores like it's face cream. Don't worry about making a mess because, yes, I always lick my plate clean. I'll be your personal dishwasher. See how much joy you can gain when I eat you from dusk till dawn. I make you bust till you yawn, get sleepy on me. You're not Freddy Krueger, but I have you coming in dreams, coming in streams, in rivers, and lakes until you shake all over my face. My face will be the space where your coochie lands. I want you to sit on my head all damn day like Soulja Boy did last year with the Gucci band. And don't come to me talking about taking no break. Break? Oh, you mean that thing that those weak niggas you be fucking with have to take? See, they only come with half a steak, baby. I'm well done. You keep riding my face and you will come, I promise you. Because most niggas that eat pussy don't actually like to eat pussy. I'm what they pretend to be. They eat pussy for you. I eat pussy for me. This is big lick energy, so yeah. I want you to come sit on my face. Matter of fact, go ahead and twerk on it. If you're not that great a dancer, it's okay. We can work on it. My mouth is sitting right on your pussy. I'm going to go ahead and smirk on it, go berserk on it. It's time to feed now. I'm exactly what you need now. It's like Thanksgiving at 1 p.m. because I'm ready to just eat now. Spread your knees out and let me feast down. My tongue is making like a key now, slowly sliding slippery into your slender slot and rotating at different angles to unlock your door. Might just have to jiggle it a little bit to get you open as we mop the floor with your juices. And I ain't just talking about a puddle, I'm talking buckets. Might just have to grab a couple towels and a ShamWow. You start to pull my pants down because I'm about to go ham now, and you really just want me to pork you. But I just want to keep you balancing on my nose so I can show just how much I can support you. With every lick I do, I lose a little IQ because I'm going dumb on it. You feel that tongue, you're going to come on it. You feel that tongue, you're going to come on it. You feel that tongue, you're going to come on it. And no, that was not a rewind. It's just every time I eat the pussy, they always come 3 times. So I guess that's why they call this a hat trick. You tell me I'm using my tongue like a sponge, but no siree, Bob. This is Patrick. I'm lightly licking your lower liquids until I completely drink your box raw. Even then, stopping's not an option until I get lockjaw. I'm trying to get your rocks off, blow your top off. I'm loving what I'm tasting. It don't even need hot sauce. I got your passion all over my face, and every time I take a breather, I just need another taste. And so I take my index and middle finger and slide inside, and then slowly chuck the deuces. Pull them out, put them in my mouth, and slowly suck the juices. And believe me when I say, I want those juices every night. I want those juices every night. Got you loving every bite. I want those juices every night. I got you juicing very nice, and I'm loving every bite. Might just have to give your pussy 5 stars in a Yelp review. Fucked around and got stuck on you, baby. Never even felt the glue. I'm just helping you stay stress-free by being the best me every day and every hour. You might not watch stars, but that little pussy got some power. Got me feeling charged up, ready to give you orgasms back to back like Drizzy. You might get dizzy, so hold on and keep me very near. But we're not done. The end will not come until your cum is everywhere. I want you to make every space on my face drip. From the tip of my nose to the tip of my chin, it will not be a win until you get even more gushy. They say you are what you eat, right? That's why I have my name legally changed to Your Pussy. I'm no rookie. I got that vet mind, because not eating pussy should be considered a sex crime. Everybody has their hobbies. I think by now you could probably guess mine. So excuse me while I go wash my face, just in case you're all ready for next time. Thank you.
Wasn't that right after? That was right after the Jesus poem too. He just got baptized in the last poem, and now he's
got baptized again.
You murdered them. You murdered
baptism right here.
Oh Lord.
The second coming of Christ, you know. What?
Oh goodness.
Oh my God.
Who said that? What the fuck? We church on Sunday services are at 10:30. Yeah, I need to find the church. Yeah.
You do, clearly.
That's a piece. See, that's what happens when I get requests, man. Y'all filthy. Look at that. I was doing God pieces and pieces about hypocrisy. And then
you know you wrote that, right?
Got some heathens, okay?
Little Miss Innocent. Little Miss
Yeah,
Innocent.
she was like, what was the one you was talking about? The pussy come 3 times. What was that one?
Let's be with all that Jesus stuff. Tell me about the pussy.
I saw that poem every March. Come on now.
That shit was a transition. But I needed that, man, because shit was too emotional, you know, serious. That's exactly what we needed. Let's see, what was another one I was going to speak? I'm going to say that one for last, because that's I'm going to ham on that one. All right, this is because of the month, Keith requested this the other night, so I'm going to go ahead and spit this for those that didn't tune into our the domestic violence show the other night. It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and this is my piece that I spit the other night. It's called Personal Matter, and so it fits the theme of the month very perfectly. And it's very informative. I want to inform all the viewers on Facebook and on this Zoom. Yeah, so this is it. 1-800-799-7233. When the news came out about a certain liar named Urban Meyer who claimed he didn't know his assistant coach was an abuser before he got fired, social media was on fire. Fire Urban Meyer. How dare he protect the monster? He makes me sick. There were plenty of reactions, but let's not forget all the tweets that defended his actions. The one that stuck out the most to me was the one that I prayed wasn't written soberly. It said something along the lines of, why is Urban Meyer in trouble when all he did was mind his business? I mean, domestic violence is a personal matter. Oh, the wife of his receiver's coach was receiving physical and emotional abuse, but that's a personal matter. Meaning they think that it should be handled between the spouses and in their houses. And people have the nerve to think that we're actually the land of the free. America isn't as great as you think it's trying to be. You see, marital rape did not become a crime in all 50 states until 1993. That's legitimately crazy. Almost as bad as people who don't think that domestic violence is that big of an issue. That's legitimately lazy. Google is a thing. Use it. Maybe then you'll see that the statistics are a lot more sadistic. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have been victims of some form of physical violence by an intimate partner within their lifetime. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men have been victims of severe physical violence by an intimate partner in their lifetime. 1 in 15 children are exposed to intimate partner violence each year, with 90% of those children being eyewitnesses to the violence. Intimate partner violence accounts for 15% of all violent crime. And on average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States, meaning around 60 or so people will have been abused by the time I finish this poem. Oh, and for those who don't think that this will come close to their home, that Tallahassee isn't that kind of town, remember that the women most commonly abused by an intimate partner are aged between 18 and 24. Guess who lives in a college town? But by all means, keep on supporting people like Chris Brown. 1-800-799-7233. Those stats are only a portion of the facts that are freely available for all to see. And I didn't even touch on the homicides or the economic and physical/mental impacts of, or all the stalking. It's a lot, but I'm glad that we've all been talking. This is a conversation that many of us need. 1-800-799-7233. Please remember these 11 digits the next time he balls up his digits and hits you anytime you fidget and turns himself into a fidget spinner. The way he spins the story and somehow makes it your fault that you got gory, as if you asked to be hit, asked to be hurt, asked to be abused, beaten, or murdered, and bystanders will just keep on standing by because it's none of their business whether or not you live or die. They choose to remain oblivious from afar to your bruises and scars internally and externally while you're recovering inside of a room marked emergency, disfigured permanently, just might need surgery, but they don't think it's something that needs to be dealt with urgently. That's exactly why they say with such certainty that domestic violence is a personal matter, so don't take it personally. That's why I've been repeating the same phone number throughout this poem as a courtesy, because through writing this very poem, it occurred to me that there are more than likely people in this room and people watching this Zoom who need assistance, but they might not know who to turn to. So I encourage you to call the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233. They have advocates available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, who will talk confidentially with anyone experiencing domestic violence, seeking resources or information, or questioning unhealthy aspects of their relationship. Your safety is a matter they take very personally. Every one of you matter, even if you've been convinced that you don't. You have a light that will help you shine bright, even if your abuser thinks that you won't. Things have a way of getting better, just when they seem to get worsened, because everyone deserves to be treated like, loved like, and seen as a person. Thank you.
Thank you. That was dope.
Yeah, you did your thing on this one.
Yeah. That is, yeah.
Nick, this is gonna sound a bit vain, but I want to hear that poem you wrote about me for my birthday. that we didn't do the slam. We were supposed to have the slam and we didn't do it, and
Man,
like I just messed the whole night up not knowing. But you should have told me, man.
bruh, I do gotta, I got that piece ready. Yeah. What's crazy is like, I don't know what happened to the original Keith piece. It's called the Keith piece. The original Keith piece, I think I edited because it was specific to a slam, and like it just didn't fit. Like I specifically tailored it for that night, like for that Keith slam, and like there were lines in it that were just like talking shit about every other person in the slam, and like I was shouting out L Smooth and shit, like. But I tailored it so that it could be like a piece that I spit like just anytime. So this is the Keith piece, still just as great, but it's different from the original one. But yeah, this is the Keith piece. See, I can catch all the wordplay and shit. Like it's like punchlines and shit. I don't know anything about his neighborhood, but tonight is about This, Mr. Rogers. Black on black rhyme without Keith is like the Packers without Aaron. We were both badly missed, Mr. Rogers. You're the combination of Kareem, Wilt, Michael, and LeBron. You the GOAT, K. Teaching future champions how to shoot for their goals. You the coach, K. When it's time to sell ticks, you're as fierce as Paul Pierce. You the truth, K. Since you were 21, you've been a savage on the mic. That's all because of you, K. You know, because 21 Savage is from the UK. And I said, because 21 Savage is from the UK and saying shit with the name flips. That's what we do, K. See, right here, I was going to pull a Keith and throw in a random haiku about people eating their watches, but that would be too time consuming. You're the reason why even after 20 plus years, black on black rhyme is booming, and not just in Florida. Like a clumsy hitchhiker, you stay tripping on the road. No matter where you go, you never left us. And anybody who thinks you won't visit somewhere else and still rep us, got it super backwards. Did you catch that? Rep us, you know, because that's super backwards. You remind me of how a spine be. You always back us up, and it's like what the left butt cheek said to the right butt cheek. You always crack us up with almost every other thing you say, Keith. And as far as back as I can remember, you've always been that way, Keith. When people are in need, you're always the first one to lend a gleeful hand, Keith. And you always got a piece ready. That's why you're such a peaceful man, Keith. Everybody ain't able. Everybody can't do it. But look at the long list of black on black rhyme alumni. Feels like everybody came through it. That's why we all here to celebrate you, because can't nobody replicate you. I mean, look at you. You don't look a single day over 30. And you're more than worthy of all the praise that I gave you in this poem, because a man who consistently prays will always find his way home. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, which means it's finally the end of the workday, Keith. And there's nothing else left to say other than happy birthday, Keith. Yeah. Keith.
That's all right, Nick. You got some wordplay in that poem right there. That man said rapper super. You get it. That's
bro,
very.
I was so hyped when I thought of that shit, bro.
Keith, we want to see your face.
It's right here.
Feel like it's February 23rd right now.
Damn. Hold up.
Y'all know he a crybaby like Derek.
Damn. No, now Derek is a water bucket. Derek is a straight water bucket. Stay hydrated. Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, nigga, I remember Ali had a piece of my name in a Black and Black Rhyme piece, but he claimed he don't know it no more. But that's cool though. You know, I ain't throwing shade, but I do got my sunglasses on the counter. Yeah. That's all right. I blush.
Hey, that's what's up. You know, when black people blush, their faces get ashy. You know, I don't know.
Maybe you hand me that lotion. Nick, right?
After me, I don't know what y'all. We don't get rosy cheeks, but let me see. What's another? I got another one that I'm gonna say that one for the last one. Let me know when I spend my last piece. I'm gonna say that one for that one. But I gotta
yeah, we don't start till 11 o'clock. It's only 10. You straight?
Okay, cool, bet. All right, this one, it's a love piece. I got a love piece. You know, I got to touch on different themes. I'm not just an poet, you know, and so I can do love. And not to be confused with my poem called Love, because that one is about vagina eating. So this one is actual love piece. But yeah, y'all can check that out in the book though. It's called Love, you know, Lessons on Vagina Eating. I'll be trying to educate. All right, this piece is called Look at You. I kind of got it memorized and be like, it's a hybrid. I got it half memorized, kind of. So let's see. Black Queen. Every time I look at you, I got to take a good long look at you. I mean, look at you. The most marvelous man-made mountain of melanin mix of maple and mahogany. Let's make masterful melodic music in a mosaic harmony. Milliseconds will morph into multiple millenniums in mere moments as our minds merge the monuments of the many memories that we molded. Marry me. A two-worded statement that stands in the gateway between I and we, us and me, mine and ours. Let's dine for hours as we laugh about the good times. You know, the ones that we had, the ones that we have, and the ones that we'll be having. Just imagine laughing under the sizzling sun on a beach towel as the waves crash into the shores around us, and you reach out with extended hand and tips of fingers, and they linger, and they stay there until I bring the tips of mine to yours. I find it pure, the essence of your presence, so effervescent, Got me feeling all bubbly on the inside like a champagne-covered cardiovascular system. I'm as lovesick as love gets, but I never asked for the symptoms when speaking to doctors. And speaking of doctors, you know that they say that the human heart will beat over 100 million times in one lifetime. But those doctors ain't seen the human heart quite like mine, because I guarantee I easily reach that number every time that I hold you. And every time I ever told you I love you without actually using the words I love you. Like every time I say good morning, it really means I love you. Or every time I ask, have you eaten yet? It really means I love you. Or anytime I ask, hey, how was your day, babe? It really means I love you. And every time that I laid my head on when I rested my head on your knee and I fell fast asleep, it really means I was tired. But it also means I love you. And every time I actually use the words I love you, it really means that I trust you, and I trust you to do the same too. I really think that God was just trying to show off to the other angels when he made you. Like maybe St. Peter bet him 20 halos that he couldn't create the perfect mate. And Lord knows I could have settled down a few relationships ago, but something told me it wouldn't hurt to wait. And then one day I found the perfect date. It was the day I first looked at you. I mean, look at you. I wish that we could swap places and swap faces so that you could look at you the way I look at you. If beauty was a felony, the judge would throw the book at you. But even if he did, you know I'll put some money on your commissary. It's kind of scary every time I close my eyes, not because I'm afraid of the dark, but because I'm afraid to depart from your gaze. I get lost in your eyes, and I would gladly find my way through your maze to the end of days. And to the end of days, and all your friends will say, hold on, what is it? Let's see, this is a part where I kind of gotta get it. Oh, here we go, yeah. And to the end of days, and all your friends will say, girl, why he always look like that? And you'll just smile and happily look right back with a smile on your face so B-I-G, they'll call it notorious. Together, the two of our lives combined will be so glorious, a future that features endless blissful blessings and loving longful lessons. That's exactly what I offer, but it's only an offer. The final decision is yours, because I'm sure you don't want to feel like I've cornered you, which is good, because I didn't. I just wanted you to envision exactly what you can look forward to. Thank you. Yeah, nice little love piece.
That's a big love piece.
That fire.
Yeah.
And then
Massive love piece.
Yeah, see, I had to challenge myself, and it was like, man, let me write a love piece that's really a love piece. To counter that, I got one that's it's low-key, probably one of my favorite pieces that I've written, but it's my favorite piece that I've written that doesn't really apply anymore. It would be the best way to describe it.
It's about your ex, forgetting about your ex.
Huh?
The one about forgetting about your ex.
Yeah.
Mine too, let's go.
Look at that. Yeah, it's called Last Time. Yeah. I wish I knew how to quit you. I wish I could just forget you and get to a point where I no longer need you, but I'm not there yet. See, you always hit me up you only hit me up when you need something. That something usually being me, randomly texting me just to be sexting me. You're not that complex, you see. I know I can never call you girlfriend, because although you are a girl, we are not friends. Friends don't have to worry about being lied to. Friends are someone that you can confide to. When you need them the most, true friends are right beside you. And the only time we're ever close is when I'm inside you. An orgasm has a way of making people say crazy things like, I love you, or I'll never hurt you, even though we both know that it's far from true. And yet I still get upset when I'm far from you. How do you heal a wound that you refuse to let close? At the same time, how do you make someone your world that only considers you an option? If you continue to make the same mistake, it's no longer a mistake, it's a decision, a bad one. Many people suffer from addiction, and this is me admitting that I have one. I detox every time that I'm home, and every line of this poem represents another second chance that I've given you. It's as if the evil current meme is my reality. Me to me says, don't do it. She almost destroyed you. But also me says, let her back in so she could finish the job. Abuse is more than just a fat lip and a black eye. You got my aorta out of order. Both ventricles need better ventilation. The swelling still hasn't gone down on my pulmonary artery. That's the one for my lungs. That's why it's been getting hard to breathe. It's getting hard to see through your fog of lies. My back is beyond repair due to the countless times that I broke it for you. Every last one of my organs dislike you. I guess you could say I'm disorganized. I should be mortified by the sight of you. The only reason I don't call you garbage is because I don't want to disrespect garbage. You hurt me. Most days you treat me like a dog you're about to euthanize. I'm just another penis for you to utilize, a vibrator with a heartbeat, a dildo with emotions. You can't just throw me in your sock drawer until you're ready to have my cock more. That's why I wish I knew how to quit you. But I don't. I know I should probably just let you go, but I also know that I won't. The next time you send me an "Are you up?" text, I'll still open up my phone. The next time you want to make a dick appointment, I'll still open up my schedule. The next time you show up at my house unannounced, I'll still open up my home. And when you leave yet again, my wounds will still be open. My heart will still be broken, and I will still be hoping that this time was the last time. Even though I know I said the same shit last time. Yeah. That's that. That's that on that.
You got everybody with their head down.
Late on that one, man. They like, everybody that had that ex that wasn't shit, that they couldn't let go, you know? That's just, we all been there, you know? And yeah, that's that piece. I'm trying to think what to spit next. My last piece is gonna be my I'm gonna do white noise last, cause that shit just good old white noise. I can do another.
What about the R. Kelly piece?
I was thinking that. Let me go ahead and do that one. That's a good one. About that shit.
Please don't steal my poem.
Let's see. Step in the name.
I thought the one he just did was your poem, Jessica.
No, on Facebook when he first asked for a request, I said the R. Kelly poem.
You said or you typed it? Because I didn't hear it.
Bring your head closer.
All right. This is called "Step in the Name of Love." Let me drink some water. Shit, my friend. Step in the name of dehydration. All right. Fuck R. Kelly and everybody like him and everybody who still likes him despite those allegations from his accusers. If you're happy advocating for abusers, then there's a big, beautiful bridge in Brooklyn that I'd love for you to jump from. It's no surprise that Trump won when we live in a country that makes excuses for rapists if their music's on a playlist. Robert can keep making underage sexual advances and y'all will just keep on giving him second chances as long as he keeps you dancing. And not just at weddings and parties, but dancing around the truth while he's romancing all our youth. The man who made 12 Play likes to play with 12-year-old little girls, yet you still play his albums. You pretend to care about his piss tape while still bumping his mixtape. It's rape. No matter how you try to spin it, y'all know this nigga guilty. But because he made a song that you like, you're willing to forget. To quote y'all favorite pedophile, y'all killing me with this shit. It seems like every time R. Kelly gets caught doing something foul and shit, y'all howl and shit, get loud and shit, grab a lit torch and a pitchfork, form an angry crowd and shit, post #mute R. Kelly, feeling all proud and shit, but then go right back to singing his praises and singing his songs every time he sings a new verse. So before your daughters have to worry about surviving R. Kelly, they gotta survive you first. I know the truth hurts, but your constant support is the reason why he's been enabled. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you had an R. Kelly at your dinner table. If you listen to this and get mad at me, it's because when you look deep into your anatomy, you know it might be true. And if we really being honest, statistically speaking, it might be you. You know what I'm talking about. We have more than one R. Kelly that's walking around, and I'm not picking a fight. I'm just shedding a light on all the skeletons that you keep trapped in your closet. Sometimes the ignorant just need to be slapped with some knowledge. So yeah, fuck R. Kelly. All the R. Kellys, but especially the one that we know about. And as far as the solution, I know one way that we can go about. If you really want the truth and you want to protect the youth, grab R. Kelly, take his ass up to the roof. Listen to him beg as you drag him to the ledge. He's a compulsive deceiver. So tell him that a CD is about to drop if he lies again. Tape his confession, and when it's over, throw him over and see if he believes in flying then. We have sent our lambs into the lion's den for far too long, sacrificing our children for ours new song. Making Chocolate Factory doesn't negate the fact that he is a monster. And this poem might not be the way to solve that problem. I never claimed it does. I just consider it the first of many steps in the name of love. Yeah. Fuck R. Kelly. Yeah. Thing like that.
Smooth.
Well, that's a whole
That
whole new
CD
meaning
line goes hard.
The bump and
The
rhyme.
CD, when the
Yeah.
CD drop.
Yeah, that CD. Yo.
Yeah, and all them niggas that came
Thank
with
you.
About to drop, man. Man, I need to record a CD. I need to stop bullshitting, man.
Yeah, you need to stop that bullshit and go and record that CD.
I'm saying.
Throw him off the roof and see if he can fly.
You ain't trying to read no more, man. Shit, man.
Tell him that CD gonna drop.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta know. This is one of my favorites personally, and one day I'm gonna make a book, like a collection of like Nick's favorites, Nick poems. This is the most like cocky shit I've ever said. But let's see. Okay. So now I ain't no singer like Keith, you know, but I'm gonna try my best. All right. You know, I can't get it up. I can't hit them notes like he be hitting, you know, and I'm sitting down, so I can't raise my leg up when I'm trying to, you know, do my best. All right? This poem is called 15 Pennies. Trying to make $1 out of 15 pennies. Trying to make $1 out of 15 pennies. Trying to make $1 out of 15 pennies. Gotta count your blessings, cause we don't get many. Maybe the fact that most of us only have pennies to our names explains why we stay getting rounded up by the coppers. All they see is a sea of blackheads. It's clear as hell why they pop us. They don't want too many of us to be proactive, just go backwards, just stay backwards, just be docile, lazy, apathetic. Half the time miserable, the other half pathetic, weary, sleepy, and always disheartened, and always expecting to fail at anything we put our heart in. Got to keep us complacent and impatient with a parent slot vacant with our face on the pavement. And they never want us to forget that our place is in the basement all of the time. They got to make like Popeye's chicken sandwiches and keep us niggas all in a line. We were never taught how to live, only taught to survive. And I keep talking about lies because I keep getting told that mind don't matter. Well, it's mind over matter. No matter how gray, as we shape our brains to escape our pain, they proudly keep our future cloudy, but they never want to see my people reign. They call it breaking news. And my heart is breaking because there ain't nothing new about seeing my people slain. The only consistent thing that my people gain is a grave plot. The slave catches running away, another slave shot. Then they brag about it back at the precinct and still expect for us to remain decent. They claim we're created equal, but ain't it odd that the reality ain't even? I'll let you decide the reason. 2 criminals, 1 white, 1 black, same crime, both running away. They hit the white boy with a stun gun. They hit the black boy with a gun, and they squeeze the trigger on that nigga till he done. Being poor and black in America and expecting to live a full life, you got a better chance of meeting a unicorn. They only want death in the hood, like the Grim Reaper's uniform. So it's my job to use my platform to make it so that you informed. Systemic racism is very real. And unfortunately, it's currently a system that we have to adhere to. The only time they want us to have life is if it's preceded by 25 years to. Is America the worst country to be a minority? It certainly appears to. Just hold its history under a microscope and peer through. How can you be surprised in America at Black people being unhinged and the most scarred when pictures were being advertised in America of Black people being lynched as postcards? For Black people, it's so hard to constantly be pulled back anytime you try to go far. We don't have to worry about who has the greener grass. For Black people, there's no yard on either side of the fence, and we can't hide the stench of on either side of the fence, and we can't hide the stench of despair around here. Depression is not rare. It's not fair that they told white Annie the sun will come out tomorrow. But black Annie never got that hope. She only got that rope or got that dope. And they never tried to help her get clean. She never got that soap. Never once did they ask Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? And they wonder why we turned into smooth criminals. They wonder why little black Michael is masked up trying to jack sons. Because when they said children are the future, they didn't include the black ones. And to think that some people actually think that being black in America doesn't drive us to drink and drive us to smoke until we choke on the American dream. America seems to never come to our defense. And considering we're the reason why it's so rich to begin with, that doesn't make any sense. We just trying to make $1 out of 15 pennies. Trying to make $1 out of 15 pennies. Trying to make $1 out of 15 pennies. Gotta count your blessings, cause we don't get many. Back talk.
All back.
Nick, I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, man.
I don't think I heard that one before.
You might be like Soulfly and write a part 2.
You said we're gonna write a part 2 to it?
To all the pieces you did, write a part 2 to all the pieces you did tonight.
Oh, okay. And then she can spit it before I spit mine.
That was good.
That'd be perfect, man. Perfect. All right, let me go ahead and knock out White Noise right quick. It's getting hot and shit. And yeah, and knock this out. Last piece, unless y'all got some requests. I'm surprised this is one piece. I'm surprised Keith did. But if he thinks about it, then I'll spit it. But if he don't think about it, then I ain't gonna spit it. All right. So the name of this piece is White Noise. Why is it my responsibility to make you a better white person? It is not the job of the oppressed to teach the oppressors how to stop oppressing them, to stop arresting them, swallowing them whole and digesting them and breaking them down with their acids and convincing the masses that the person doing the eating and the person being eaten are somehow equal. They don't even believe that we're somehow people, and it's been that way since way back in the day. They lied and said racism died with desegregation, and reality has been passed down from generation to generation like a hand-me-down. They convince us that receiving welfare is only considered a handout if the hand is brown. And you can kill a man in cold blood and still claim self-defense as long as the man is brown. But there's royalty in my blood. So I know you only spill it because you can't stand my crown. If you ever try to confront me or any of my loved ones and try to stand your ground, I'm not standing down. I will make it my mission to put you in the same position that Sandra Bland was found. It's 5 years later and it's still hashtag say her name. This shit is my reality. It is not a game, even though it's called life. The United States of America will never be all right as long as you racist motherfuckers keep trying to make it all white, and we can do this all night. But before you try to tell me that you can't be racist because you only fuck black women or black men, or you got a bunch of black friends, or you saw Black Panther 3 times in the movie theater, so there's no way that my black skin could ever be something that you would hate me for, I need to know, what kind of fool do you take me for? You might not be a racist, but I'm sure you know plenty. For every 10 good white people you know, I'm sure you know 20 of the bad ones. You might not be a racist, but your dad's one. Or maybe it's your mother, or your brother. Or maybe somewhere there's a black boy behind bars being held without bond because your sister said he forcefully kissed her, or whistled at her, or groped her, even though he's only 9 and the surveillance footage said otherwise. So yeah, maybe you just know one of the other guys that tell the other lies. You know, Barbecue Becky, Permit Patty, Corner Store Caroline, because historically minorities can't touch white women or else it's hammer time. They see black people in public having fun as a problem. And the solution is to call 911 to stop them. And then they have the audacity to play the victim when the cops come. Stop twisting the facts and resisting the stats and treat me like a criminal. My only crime is existing while black. You never keep that same energy for the white boys. So your fake huffing and puffing ain't nothing but white noise. Make the right choice. Stop remaining silent in situations where your voice is vital. Remaining idle makes you just as liable. Your fingers are just as guilty as the ones pulling the trigger. Your lips are just as complicit as the ones calling me nigga. There will be no invitation to the cookout if you don't look out for the ones on the grill. No to-go plate if you don't show face at the marches for the ones getting killed. Fuck how you feel, and fuck what you gotta say. Actions speak louder than words, so you gotta show me today that you're truly one of the good ones. Or else, I'll just have to consider you one of the bad guys too. Because white tears and white fears don't matter more than black lives do. Straight like that. Yeah.
So Nick, the poem you thought I was gonna request was the Carter B poem. I know. But I figured somebody else would do it before I do it. I think that might be something you might need to close with anyway.
Yeah, it's probably better to end on that. Let me go ahead and I got that shit pulled up too, because I had a feeling. And so this is the Cardi B piece. This is the best way to call it. It's called Just Love Dirty, but y'all see why it's called the Cardi B piece.
No, I didn't say do it. I said close with it. You finna close?
Oh, I don't know shit. I mean, I'll go all night. Fuck.
I'm sure somebody else got a request, at least one.
I mean,
Pray for a Black Girl one.
Pray for a Black.
That was Moses West poem.
I was just saying, I don't think there's no Pray for a Black Girl.
Maybe you posted it in the chat. Maybe
that was Moses West.
Do the one for your ex. The one for your ex, the one where you pray for her.
Do what?
You have a poem that's you're praying for your ex, basically.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Who was that talking? Who was that?
Who requested that? Okay.
Nick, do about 5 staccatos.
Oh shit.
You do 1,000 on the page, you do none on your feature.
Man, there was one I did today that I thought was funny as fuck. Yeah, what was that? Let me look it up on the page. Yeah, I write them down and I forget them, man. I write like 30 of them things and just like keep it popping. There was one the other thing was funny. Commute. I had to
Commute.
Okay, commute. I had to put her face in the pillow when she orgasmed because her screaming drives my neighbors nuts. Commute. Commute.
Bars.
Yeah, bars. Okay, I know exactly.
With the custody.
Oh yeah, custody. That was a funny one too. Here we go. So yeah, I had this piece. Oh, I guess I put it over there. That's why I couldn't find it. It's like confused as fuck. All right. So this piece, this is requested. It's called "Pray for You," and this is about one of my exes, which is just funny because she's technically not even an ex, but it's about her, so she's an ex. Fuck her. All right, it's called "Pray for You." I'll admit, every single night before I go to bed, I get down on one leg and pray for you. I once saw you as a companion, but I was only prey for you. If you needed to cross a large puddle, I would get down and lay for you. You literally walked all over me, and I gladly stayed for you. Even though you didn't stay with me, you played with me. I never wanted to box with an ex before I met you. You stole a part of me, and the other part of me feels like I let you. I don't think I'll be hurt by my next relationship. I expect to, and I'll admit, I think it's all because of you. So I pray for you. I pray the next time you go to McDonald's, the ice cream machine is actually working. And in your heart, you believe this means the stars have finally aligned. And when you go to the register to pay, your card declines. I pray somebody steals your identity and buys enough odd shit to get you on an FBI watch list. I pray you get cavity searched at the airport and the TSA makes your ass sore. And when it's all said and done, they still revoke your passport. And that shit still ain't enough. I hope your next period comes on late as fuck. And when it finally shows up, it's when you're fast asleep and you splash your sheets. And now you gotta cough up cash for new sheet. Oh, let me run it back. I hope your next period comes on late as fuck. And when it finally shows up, it's when you're fast asleep and you splash your sheets. And now you gotta cough up cash for new sheets. I pray from the bottom of my heart that it lasts for 2 weeks. I pray you never find the cool side of the pillow again, and it forever makes you sleep different. I don't pray for you to eat shit and die. I pray for you to eat shit and keep living. I keep giving these prayers to match all the tears that I rolled down my cheeks during all the weeks that we were together. When we were together, the only good I ever saw inside of you was my penis. I pray you've gotten better, and I pray you know that I mean this. I pray your nights are always hectic, and your days are never mellow. I pray every Starburst you eat from this day forward is yellow and covered in dirt, because it took far too long for me to realize that real love isn't hurt. Real love isn't pain. Real love isn't death. Real love is giving all of yourself to someone until there's nothing left. I pray for you to find real love, to really feel love, touch it, grasp it, fall head first for it, thirst for it, hunger for it, and have the perfect man to feed you, that tells you he needs you and promises to lead you and guide you, stand beside you, lay inside you, and provide you with all the love anyone could ever desire. When it's cold outside, he is your fire. And just when you know that he'll never depart with your trust, I pray that he crushes your heart into dust like half the universe after the Thanos snap. I pray he wakes up and realizes he can't stand your crap and leaves you the same way you left me, a drunken mess, sitting in your bathtub, listening to Drake and writing poetry about praying, with your heart decaying and hair graying, thinking about him and his new lover, praying they get theirs. I pray she represents all of your fears. I pray that the only company you have when you're sleeping is your tears. And when you ask the Lord why, you'll know. It's because I keep you in my prayers. I ain't shit for that, damn.
Oh God.
I write shit angry, man. That shit, man.
You know it's a white man that sing a song called I Pray For You, and it's pretty much along the same line.
Oh, really?
Yes, you gotta listen to
Right.
it.
Bro, who hurt you? Because you just snapped on her for no reason.
Oh, it was a reason.
It's a reason for everything.
He was so petty, though.
Coming, man.
I'm gonna have to do a remix to a dude off of that. That was fine.
Right.
That shit crazy. All right, so
Thank you, Margarita. Thank you, Margarita, for requesting that.
Come on, this isn't a prayer. This is dark magic.
I already said that.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to disguise that as no prayer. That's not no prayer, sir.
I'm putting a curse on her and shit. Got the voodoo doll ready.
Right. That's a voodoo.
And that's why they say don't ask everybody to pray for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's already. I was like, damn. Yeah. All right. So, any other requests?
Nick, what's your favorite poem?
My favorite poem that I haven't performed yet. Cause
He already said the one about his ex was his favorite.
yeah, of my ones that I haven't performed yet. Damn, what did I wonder? Some of my favorite poems is like visual poems. Like they only really make sense in like if you read it. Like there was one that let me see. Okay, I don't know where the fuck that thing went then. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I got this one. This is it's kind of a short piece, so I could spit it real quick. It's this is one of my favorite pieces that it's my favorite because of just like the references. This probably is the most references of the same topic that I've forced into one piece, but it all makes sense. So see if y'all can catch all this. Yeah, so for the readers out there, you will catch this. It's called Unsubscribe. As I load my pistol, I have an issue. with all the magazines littered all over my coffee table. They say that this is the life that I subscribe to, but that's just one of the pills of propaganda that they love to prescribe you. They love to describe you as a bunch of people who will never touch the steeple of the Forbes list. And of course, it's a load of crock. But they'll keep on acting like they know it's not. Let them keep talking that mess, and I'm gonna make them eat their words like Reader's Digest. In order for my people to truly live more, we need to die less. It's about time we turn the page, burn some sage, and learn to gauge why it's so difficult for people in poverty to earn a wage without having to resort to crime. The powers that be probably think it's more than fine for a preppy white boy to snort a line, but then judge the black boy for trading in his basketball to sport a 9. It's real simple to enjoy your food and wine and be holier than thou from afar, living in a suburban neighborhood with better homes and gardens while sipping on a cosmopolitan. But the only reason there's a distance between where they are and where we are is because a congressman enjoys his white lines with red lines. You see, the New Yorker in me has seen it firsthand. In this game of life, so many black people were dealt the worst hand. They call it the projects. So I guess that's why when the policeman looks at the black man, he feels like he has to be a savage. We're enraged from being raised in a cage like animals on display, but this ain't National Geographic. And I know they don't really give a damn about black men's health because capitalism has wired us to only care about black men's wealth. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. But if you take everything from me, how else am I supposed to make rent? You fed us to the streets and said, bon appetit. They'll let us serve them at the dinner table while making sure we don't have a seat. They just want good housekeeping. They don't want us keeping our houses good. If I can't escape the legal way, I know selling these ounces could. So the next time you ask me why am I so mad and so upset, it's because everybody loves to curse the hood, but when you ask them to nurse the hood, they jet. From total strangers all the way to those that I trust deeply. Ask yourself, who are the real people that keep killing us weekly? Yeah. So yeah, there was a bunch of like magazine references and shit. I don't know if everybody caught that. Oh yeah, magazine skin. Hey, I know Entry you catch that. Yeah, that was one of my favorites that I had on the top of my head. And
Hey, how many magazine references did y'all hear? Like the haircut, Walt Brown. Remind me of mine. Yeah. Don't let the hat fool you. You know what I'm talking about? You had to match the shirt because Nick had the necklace on his shirt. So,
What up?
yeah, Nick, when he got that thing too.
Yeah, I still got that.
You still got yours? Yeah, Jessica got about 10 on. Tyree got about 1. Kayla got about 9.
I got 2 of them things.
Ashley got about 4.
You got those to the show.
Huh?
You got to take it and run, Jaquilla. You got to take it and run.
Take it and run. That's funny. I thought about my favorite piece. I decided that it's my favorite piece because it's my favorite piece. It's called Get On Your Job. I want to get your mouth pregnant. I want your lips to grip the tip of my dick as firmly as the NRA holds on to the Second Amendment. I got multiple principles like a superintendent. I intend to always feel like a superhero. So give me superhead while my theme plays. I've been told by some that my cum is the equivalent of Krispy Kreme glaze. For you, the hot light is always on, and I want you to feel how warm and soft it gets in your esophagus. Use my ooze to soothe your throat like it's made of lozenges. Give me long neck like an ostrich. Treat me like oxygen and inhale. A thin male can't love you like a thick one. Make my dick come until every last sperm swims down your throat like an amphibian. Gargle my cum until your tongue turns from dark to light like Aunt Vivian. And like Obamacare, I want your gums to have complete coverage. Your head game should look completely disgusting. What?
Just laughing.
Make my dick come until every last sperm swims down your throat like an amphibian. Gargle my cum until your tongue turns from dark to light like Aunt Vivian. And like Obamacare, I want your gums to have complete coverage. Your head game should look completely disgusting. There should be no discussion. Didn't your mama teach you not to talk with your mouth full? There are starving kids in Africa. So I don't want to see you waste a single drop of this baby formula. Similac ain't got shit on this. Now spit on this and get your second helping. Use my pre-cum to fill your cavities until they have to be recognized as a preschool. I hope this is something that you agree to. I need you to give me head without stopping until I say when. I want to turn the inside of your stomach into a playpen, your small intestine into a daycare, your pancreas into a nanny, your large intestine into a babysitter. I want to fill every nook and cranny, feel my fluids fluidly flow through every ounce of you, have it all over your body like black people with melanin. With all that white inside you, you're going to think you got a second skeleton. You're lucky that I can sufficiently just get head and not also ask for you to fuck me. If we were to ever get married, I hope that I would never have to ask for you to suck me. I would be able to just come home and already notice a done deed. Soon as I put my keys down, you put your knees down and blow me. Like you're the Warriors and my dick is a 3-1 lead. Set my cum free. I know your mouth is comfy and there's nothing wrong with repeatedly doing the same thing if it's amazing. But sometimes I like different. So every now and then I'm gonna cover your face with so much cum that your pores get white privilege. I will push you to your limit. And it will be glorious to be victorious. The moral of the story is, I want to get your mouth pregnant. And the fact that I haven't done it yet makes about as much sense as Family Guy with no Peter, a country with no leader, or a classroom with no teacher. But don't let this distract you from the fact that J. Cole went triple platinum with no features. Thank you. Yeah, that's my favorite piece.
No features, no features.
They're out of control.
That shit is fucking awesome. I love that piece.
I think you called on yourself your nasty ass.
That shit is disgusting. Spitters and quitters. Y'all wilding this shit. I gotta check this chat after I'm done spitting. That was fucking wilding. Yeah, so that's my favorite. Yeah, so are there any other requests by any chance from anyone? Any topics? I might have a poem about it. I don't know. I done wrote so many fucking pieces, man. It's
Keith, hold your head up. That's your boy.
Let me see.
You muted, Keith. We can't hear you.
I was talking to myself anyway.
It looked like you were friend.
That's how you play it off.
You were
Yeah, I was
friend.
talking to myself. Nick, it's another piece, and I can't think of it. I guess you have to do it next week when I think of it. But can you hit us with three haikus?
I was just pulling up the haikus. This is crazy. That's so funny that you asked that.
Don't forget I'm out black on black rhyming. Let me show you my shirt. Just so you think, yeah, all that right there. Yeah. I'm jotting the hat down. Yeah, I changed shirts because you had yours. I had a Tiffany Baker campaign shirt on.
Hey, remind me, I need to get a snapback. I need to get a snapback.
Yeah. That's why I want to put one on.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
I thought I was a fitted. Okay, yeah.
I saw your message. Yeah.
Got one of those. Okay, I got some haikus. I like my women the same way as my blood type. Just be positive.
I like that.
Your ex don't compare. I'm Men's Warehouse. He's Walmart. I suit you better.
Yeah, do 5 instead of 3. Do 5 instead of 3.
This one is like one of them where it's like 17 syllables. It's not set up like a haiku. It's 17. Wait.
Count your fingers, Nick.
Yeah. 5 minutes into Disney Plus in thrust. Now she's got a friend in her. Let's see another one. Roses are red, violets are blue. Every poem don't have to rhyme. The end. That's that one. This is a haiku. Well, it's not fully done yet. Now it's a haiku. And then, of course, I got a lot of haiku. I got a bunch of haikus that are like dad jokes. I don't know if you follow me on Facebook, Nick Julian.
I was going to do some dad jokes.
I do a fuck ton of dad jokes every now and then whenever I like just randomly think about it. And so I got a bunch that I turned into haikus. Like I got I wanted to spit a haiku about paper, but it's terrible. Recipe for holy water. Get water, boil the hell out of it. A short psychic escaped jail. That's a small medium at large. And then last one.
Come on with the haikus.
Last night, I burned 2,000 calories. Don't nap while baking a cake. On that. That's my haiku. I wonder what staccatos I got saved on here. I done said most of my
Walt Brown trying to figure the haikus out. Like, yeah, okay, that is 17 syllables. Okay.
He's not easily entertained. I'm just watching his face.
Doing the math. I was doing the math, making sure I was adding it up. Don't worry about it. I got it.
I got my calculator now. At least you're doing yours in your head.
Oh, I got one that's usually that I've done at pop up, but it's a poem. So this is called BAE or Bay. This is called Bay. It's kind of a crowd favorite. A great relationship is like two butt cheeks. No matter how tough shit gets, we'll always find a way to bounce back and stick together. As humans, we were never meant to live forever. So before I expire, I desire a fire to be lit inside of me, and you strike me as the perfect match. Like when the first dope boy cooked the perfect batch, and I'm looking for an addiction. Someone I can shower in scented candles and fills me with more love than I can handle. I'm looking for a bae, but not just any bae. I want the type of bae that can make me pause 2K while I'm down by 1 in the fourth quarter with 5 seconds to go. And if I lose, I need the type of bae that will rub me on my back and say, it's okay. Baby, 2K be cheating. The type of bae that keeps my heart beating, makes me pick up my phone and start tweeting hashtag Woman Crush Wednesday. Hashtag Woman Crush every day. Somehow, in some way, I love you so much, I would give you Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. Even if I have to break in and fry the chicken myself, you're the number one in my heart. So that chicken sandwich is looking mighty familiar. I don't know if I deserve you, but it will be my pleasure to serve you. It wouldn't be right to expect you to be my queen if I don't carry myself as a king. You see, I'm not just some typical American idiot looking for a basket case just to lead you down a boulevard of broken dreams and say good riddance when I'm through with you. Those are the type of guys that waste your time and leave your heart's tank on red. I'm trying to give it a green day. 24 hours of positivity and support. Tell me your dreams, bae. Tell me your goals and aspirations. I'm trying to look at your future, not just an ass that's shaking. Your value is worth more than just your physical assets. I want to be inside of you, but I'm not referring to the typical access. I want to consistently be on your mind, like your favorite bundles. I'm talking that 100% Virgin Remy Brazilian. How much would I love you? On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 12. Nah, fuck it, it's a billion. I could climb to the top of the world's highest building and stack it on top of itself times a million and leap. And I still wouldn't be able to reach how deep I'd fall for you. They could sew my mouth completely shut and I'd still call for you just to hear your voice. The most beautiful thing a man ever hears. I'm not a magician, but when I look at you, everyone else disappears. And don't listen to these words and think I'm doing this for cheers. Even outside of this piece, I consider you my peace. And I constantly miss you. When I'm with you, it feels like I'm Cinderella. And there's a fairy godmother out there that granted me a magical moment that I have to cherish every minute of before the clock strikes 12. My only wish is for you to be my bae before anyone else.
Hey, that was the poem. It was the Chick-fil-A line. I couldn't think of the name of the
that
poem
might
other
have
line,
been
but that was
I was thinking that.
That's Ali's favorite poem. He ain't even on, is it?
Look like he on, I think, unless he sleep. Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, dang, it's 10:46. Let's see what else I got in here in my bag of foolishness. What is this one? Oh, that's literally just that piece. I need to update that. Okay. And for me, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that.
Well, Nick, thank you for your feature. If you want to do one more poem, you can. You don't have to. It's up to you. But,
okay.
But once he do close out, Ashley and Ali, y'all are up next with y'all poems.
Okay.
So Get your poem ready.
I'll close it out with the it's called Best I Ever Had. All right, or the Cardi piece. Go ahead and close it out with on a good note. You know, a lot of girls be thinking my poems are about them. This is not to get confused. This one is for you. You were the best I ever had. That's what I'll tell you tomorrow morning as you climb into the cab. Hugs and kisses, X and O. I made sure to give my X's O's before I ever got my first one. That's just how sex should go. And tonight, if you like, you'll be the next to know. No two vaginas are the same. You know, like a fingerprint, that's why they call it a pussy print. I'm the pussy prince and you are my crown. So don't sit down on this bed. Come sit down on this head. Take your shoes off and climb up on it. And don't stop the ride until the inside of my bottom lip says Wakanda on it. I'll use my lips to part your lips and start to kiss your heart-shaped herb. I'll be ingesting it just to get the strength to be superb. Because what kind of man doesn't understand that the clit is where the party be? For niggas not named Nick, that might be hard to see. I like to wrap my lips around that shit and sound like Cardi B. Oh, I'm just saying, there's plenty of different ways to snack. Bringing some good pussy around me, there ain't no wasting that. I'm tasting that. I'm a grown-ass man, so I don't give a damn if you ain't shaved the cat. When it's all said and done, I'm still taking my tongue and I'm laying it flat. Because your Starburst will get eaten, even with the paper attached. I'm just stating the fact that I be eating me some pussy. I'll lay it all out for you like I'm about to do a 5-paragraph essay in a Word doc. And in order to breathe, I keep my head up like I just heard Pac. I eat the pussy till I can't see no more. I'm like Matthew Murdoch. I said I eat the pussy till I can't see no more. It's like we living in Bird Box and I won't stop until I make you come in a pool. That's why they call me the headmaster. Like I was running a school and you think I'm only joking because you used to running with fools. They make you come because it's cool. I make you come because it's food. So please prepare to properly provide me promptly with a perfect portion size of pussy, preferably a plateful. You should be grateful, and not just because I eat pussy like it's full of the antidote to a poison and I have to lick to live, but because I made you flood down south all those times with my mouth and I still got some dick to give. I'm really with the shit. So now I'm running in your pussy like a close election. That's what I call a tight race. Stroking to the beat of your favorite song, that's how I know I got the right pace. But before we faint, I'll cover you with this paint and leave you looking like a member of the white race. This the opposite of that racist Gucci sweater, because now you're a black woman covered in white face. I know you've been wanting to come right. Well, you've come to the right place. Sex is the only test I'm not worried that I might ace. I know I will, because once you've had one good night with me, you'll consider the rest forever bad, because one good night with me will be the best you've ever had.
Hey,
dog.
It's all that.
Thank you for the feature, y'all. I really appreciate
Thank you. Thank you.
Once again, my name is Nick Austin. For all y'all watching, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Nick Austin Poetry. You can catch me on Facebook, Nick Julian. I don't want my job finding me and shit, but they probably gonna anyway. But my Cash App is also at Nick Austin Poetry. And go ahead and just drop that in the chat right quick. You know, brother got bills and shit. So yeah, if you ever need any poetry things or graphic design, like Jakayla said earlier in that great introduction, I do graphic design like flyers, logos, banners, anything. And shit, CD covers. You know, just hit me up. I do all that. Huh?
What's your Cash App again?
$ Nick Austin Poetry. I just put it in the chat.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah, it's in the chat. So yeah, so y'all go ahead and bless that up. You know, I do take donations, you know, but you know, I do this for the love of the poetry. I do this to just, you know, I like, you know, sharing my words and shit. I like writing and shit. I already, you know, y'all heard the first piece. Y'all know why I write. But I love y'all. Thank y'all.
Love you too, Nick.
Woo!
Some water.
Y'all show Nick some love. That was all right now.
Keith, you act like you was wearing that hat to show off the hat, but you was doing that to hide your face the whole time.
No, I was texting people.
You eat, bro. You seeing it up too.
It's good too.
Thanks to the wifey.
It's an apple.
Oh. Thanks to the wifey, we did that.
Her name Eve. Hey, but next we have Ashley. Ashley, you ready?
Yeah.
Going to run that thing down. Y'all don't forget to hit up Nick in his cash out. People that's watching online, that's in the chat or whatever, please donate to the poet. Support the art. Support the artists. Let's see who can support the artists. Go ahead, Ash.
So I just finished this poem. Want to hear how it go. This is my nosy poem. I'm a collector of stories. I don't need desire your life story, only what you can spare to share. Piecemeal feed me what you want, what I need. Tell me about the time you hurt him, what you brought to the table and what's not up for grabs. Like urban griots, let us share. Like urban griots, let us sit, share, repeat. Won't ask for too much. Weave them into a fine tapestry of community, communal bonds not to be broken like fraternal ones, just a little touch. I just want a little taste. Please don't leave me to make it up. I want to know why the girl in the purple skirt walking down the highway closest to my neighborhood in 90-degree heat still finds something to twirl about. Eyes closed, grin wide, step, step, shuffle, step, twirl, she repeats. As the people we stare on, most having written her off as one of those who's out of their mind, and I wonder if she twirls through the obstacles in her life. Like a whirlwind, she keeps that God-given grin because she knows he keeps her close, won't let her fall too far. Like maybe we caught her after the gas ran out of her car, but it was on the way from her interview, not to it. And her kids, at least, are already at school, and they offered her the job on the spot. And it just solved how she was going to pay her rent next month. So mad, she hasn't the time to be because blessings abound her. She reminds me of my friend who hits X stances perfectly. She dances to the beat, drumming in her head, the one pulsating from her heart, loves to get her heart racing because she knows the alternative is always near, never too far. It lingers behind bedroom doors and wherever she are, she passed 30 now. And that's a miracle in itself. Hospitalizations, she's lost count. She'll dance circles around you in honor of what her blood refuses to do. Sickle cell just ignites the fire underneath her feet. Knees swollen, feet sore. She dances even when everything in her hurts. She still offers him her praise dances, still finds something to praise him about, even on days when she's bedridden, hospitalized, and can only whisper enough to thank him for her breath. Denise, I see you. Let me dance with you as I struggle to catch the beat. I will forever repeat. Keep dancing for you, even on the days you can't no more. I'll drop your name in this poem to any rhythm, to any song, to up jumps the boogie to the boogie to beat. You shall live on. Your spirit manifests. Step, step, shuffle, twirl. Step, step, shuffle, step, twirl. Dance, amen, ashe. We pray the best way we know how. Don't think we too good to pray. Amen. Ashe. That's the end.
Amen.
Go ahead, Ashley.
Ashe.
Go ahead, Ashley. That's all right. Ashe. So next we have Mr. LJ. LJ, where you at?
I'm here. I just popped up to support, man, but you know I got you.
Yeah, that's why I called you.
Yeah, I got you, man. I'll spend the time. I just got done doing an event with the North Carolina Black Alliance, doing something for getting young out the vote, and then I'll spend the time with the youngins. So got the message, and I was like, let me stop through.
You have other stuff going on too. Did you announce it?
Yeah, I got man. Only thing recently I got coming up next is I have on November 6th, I have my 6-year, I'm in my 5-year anniversary for my show Art Meets Life. I mean, even if it is virtual, we still celebrating 5 years of doing our event. We ain't let the pandemic stopping. So we'll be celebrating that on November 6th. And we'll be featuring CP Mays coming from Houston, Texas, but he's a North Carolina resident. And then November 13th, I'll be doing a dramatic book reading for my new book, 310, which just came out. And we got some of the dope, like, pillar theater artists reading from my book. So that's going to be an interesting event in itself. But I can, like I said, I can post all that stuff in the chat. I'm just really here to support my fam. Black on Black Rhyme, back talk. All right, let's
talk back.
Oh,
back.
Oh,
back. You know, we're a little delayed because we have to unmute ourselves to say talk back. So.
Oh no, you good? I saw when it went red.
All right.
I'm gonna get this poem. I'm gonna do this poem. I'm gonna get out y'all way. This is something like fairly new. Still kind of like I'm back in the editing process of it. So the poem's called Power. It took some time to understand that recognizing power in another should not diminish my own. The first time I felt power came from a platoon sergeant while deployed. He flexed E7 stripes like a bodybuilder on an E4, still perfecting his form by yelling out how only the strong will survive. And if I couldn't take an ass chewing, then there's no way in hell I'd be able to take a bullet. Another time was when an ex-roommate waited till I went on tour, packed up his belongings and carted them out like they were groceries that another home needed to feed on. And to my surprise, I was blessed with an eviction notice taped to the front door, awaiting me like a loan shark wanting the money that it is owed. Then there's that time when I let the words of our current president dictate the way I should speak in public, because it takes a tweet and a catchy slogan wrapped around racist rhetoric for a Black body to become shredded by hate speech or aggressive force, prepped to be placed in a coffin like a meal to be fed to the ground as its nourishment. The constant in all these situations is that I let people be able to influence my behavior without even being able to influence it myself. And we all find ourselves becoming like this, lacking the capacity to induce a spark because we let the negative ground us, but never look to find a positive to electrify us into seeing how much energy we possess. It all takes just for you to find the ability to do or act, and you will begin to generate accomplishing something great. So let's begin to take back all the energy that we gave people and things that has sucked it out of us and left us to become hollow shells of the conductors that we have always been. They felt that you would die out because of all you have transferred to them, but they never knew that you were able to produce the effectiveness to keep going. You see, Susan Polish Schultz once said, "This life is yours. Take the power to choose what you want to do and do it well. Take the power to love what you want in life and love it honestly. Take the power to control your own life. No one else can do it for you. So take the power to make your own life happy. So guard your energy and show them that not one man, not one woman, and not one person on this earth can and will not hold all your power." Thank you.
Thank you. You didn't mention the nerd show you do.
Oh, the Nerd Slam. Oh, the Nerd Slam is a competition we do. We normally do it at Comic Cons. We normally do it at poetry conventions. We did one this year, but it's for virtual Southern Fried that they did back in August. But we normally do it during the Comic Con season. We didn't have a chance to do it this year, but we were lucky enough to partner up with some of the Comic Cons across the country and do like a nerd poetry jam. So I invited a few poets I know to come perform for all the virtual Comic Cons we had going on the East Coast and rock out nerd poems for those folks. So much to the point that they're waiting on everything to open back up so we can actually have a full live panel. So whenever that gets going and they put money in my pocket, then I'm gonna fly people out there to come rock out. So
that's what's up. Well, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate
always,
it.
brother. Love y'all.
Tell the family hey.
Oh, definitely. Oh, the boss lady asked about you.
Huh?
I said the boss lady had asked about you, wonder how you been.
Yeah, tell them they're good.
I got you, brother.
All right. So next we have Miss Ebony the Goddess representing Mississippi. Y'all show us a little Ebony the Goddess.
Hey everybody.
Hey Ebony. I ain't talking to you since last night.
Right. I wasn't planning on coming on tonight, Sensei. My bad. I just left rehearsal. We trying to prepare for this erotic show. I was just supporting, and you know, I had to make sure I catch the great Nick Austin tonight. So I was just trying to support.
Yeah, Nick.
Everybody's done fabulous though. I just want to make sure everybody knows. I definitely have been listening. I enjoyed everybody.
Yeah, well, you right before you got on, Nick said he helped Ebony get on and do a poem tonight, so that's why I had to call you up.
I think he was talking about the other Ebony.
No, he said Ebony the Goddess with 2 D's and 2 S's.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an O in there too.
Right. I can't. Let me see.
Do the domestic violence poem.
Okay. Can you come right back to me because I'm actually dropping Zadora off at home with my kids in the car?
Well, what's actually crazy, I was gonna call her next. So you tell her to go do her poem now and then do yours. Teamwork make the dream work.
Hey, he put you on the spot, bro.
Yeah, tell her we can hear her. Yeah, I noticed how you didn't respond to that text I sent you, but that's cool. Ebony came through for you.
Ooh.
I was practicing and I didn't even have my phone in my hand.
All right, you can go. Zadora, you can go first and let Ebony go.
Let's see, because we in the car ride.
Dripping, baby, dripping.
Do your domestic violence poem.
From my heart. Okay. Anger falling from my heart like raindrops. Angst falling from my eyes.
Get closer to the phone.
My heart. And thoughts of you plague my heart and my soul. In the time when the night is silent, I hear the most noise. You. I try so hard to forget your face, but I see it every day when I go to kiss my little rays of sunshine. I can't even look into the eyes with love because those are the same eyes that looked at me with hate. I write this poem with tired eyes because sleep damn sure don't come easy. Evil 6'4" creature that perverts my nightmares. Monster under the guise of anonymity. Forced love, exaggerated happiness. Handheld or hand clutched tightly around my wrist. Shell shock. I cringe at my lover's touch. You call me to tell me how much better she is than me. How you treat her like a queen. You want to get into my psyche and disrupt my balance. I could choose to be angry. I could choose to forget. But I choose for this to be my last motherfucking domestic violence poem. You have no dominion here. I'm tired of wasting my life trying to forget you. Let me tell you something. I'm going to remember your ass because it's for as long as I keep you etched in my memories, I will shit in my hands and clap before I ever let you hurt me again. So we don't need you. There's a new sheriff in town and all 3 of us call him daddy. So no, I'm not going to avoid looking into my kids' eyes, but I am their protector, their God, and their mother. So let me tell you about the happiness that drips from my heart like moonlight. If you threw my smile in the air, it would turn into sunshine. That feeling of euphoria I get when I realize that you are no longer in control. You, mister, are an unworthy muse. You are not worth the ink in my pen or the joy in my heart. I am tired of looking for that woman who couldn't see past what she thought she loved. That woman is dead and gone. That woman burned in the flames of insecurity, and you do not want to test the phoenix that emerges, or you are sure to get burned. You, mister, will fall over onto your own sword. This is my last motherfucking poem on domestic violence, and this is my last time talking about you. Yes, queen, yes.
Great.
I see your song was hard.
Thank you.
You need to turn the camera on.
Turn the camera on. They can't see me. It said we in the car. Can y'all see me? Ain't no light in the car.
Silhouettes. I see some teeth.
There we go.
Oh man, what a light.
Hold on, I'm almost there.
We almost there. You can park in the parking lot over there, then I'll go in the building. We almost to some light because she was driving me.
Go ahead, turn it on now. You can turn it on now. So they can see what you look like, girl.
Can they see me?
Yeah.
It's another one right here.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, there you go.
Is this supposed? Is he in the car? Like,
You did that. You did that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's your name again, Lars?
Thank you so much.
What's your name, babe?
My name is Adora.
Okay. All right.
Adora.
Gotcha.
All right, I'm paying over now.
Ooh. Yeah, I see my cheering in the back seat and stuff.
Hey, Chin.
Oh Lord, I got one.
Why is he frowning?
Who is Trevon? Which one named Trevon?
The one that's crying. I don't know if you can see him.
Why are you frowning?
Cause I took his tablet while she was trying to spit, man. It's disrespectful. I told him to turn it down and he wouldn't listen, so I took it.
Dang.
You gotta respect the mic, son. You gotta respect the mic.
Exactly. Gotta teach him
Tablet
young, y'all.
Debo.
Well, yeah, let me go ahead and spit this poem real quick and mute my phone back. This is Dear Mama. Can you turn it back down, please? You don't have to turn it all the way down. Just turn it down some. Okay. I'll let you know when you can turn it back on. Dear Mama, I love you so much more than our heart can ever spare. We have a lifetime of beautiful memories, yet somehow it can never compare. Growing up, you are my eyes, my ears, my air. But as good as it was, my life felt incomplete without my daddy being there. I missed him so much that in adulthood, I dated men that in some way, shape, or form reminded me of him. Even when it's forced to date a man that had the exact same name as him. He adored me in ways I felt my father would have. Seemed to love everything about me, noticed the smallest intricate details. But more importantly, he made me laugh. But somewhere along a year, those laughs disappeared and the same problems that you said you and my daddy had appeared. Slowly but surely, fights erupted. I thought about leaving so many times, but he said he couldn't live without me and that he loved me. Well, I didn't get it then, but I definitely get it now. Every who, what, when, where, and why that I asked you slowly transformed into asking myself how. How could I allow the tears that you cried years before our souls locked eyes to inevitably be born again from your womb? How could I allow the pain that you warned me of, every kiss and every hug to become blisters and bruises, manifestations of what I was to consume? I thought loving a man more than I loved myself was loyalty, and that was the one thing my father would never give you or me. I have a void for the love my father chose not to give, searching for love, going from man to man, while the void grew deeper still. So I dreamed about it, about how I would give it, not worrying about whether or not I would receive it. You see, I lost my chances of being daddy's little princess, but all could be forgiven if only I found a man willing to show me how it felt to feel like a woman. Before the umbilical cord was cut and I was labeled a bastard, my love life was doomed. Mama, your attempts to protect me became the fairy tales I envisioned, trapping me inside an ancestral loop. Sometimes I wonder if I cried the day he left, because if I didn't, they would explain why I have a lifetime of tears kept comforting me in case I ever went out. Because while I was entwined with the waters of your womb, I became emotionally connected to every tear you allowed to seep through. I'm realizing that although I was ashamed of what my daddy did to you, I somehow allowed him and so many others to do the same to me. And just like you, it was almost time to harvest this man's seed before I had the sense literally knocked back into me. After all, I am my mother's child. And just like my mother, I had to realize that if I couldn't leave for me, I had to leave for my unborn child. That's that piece.
Glad y'all answer y'all phone. That's all right.
Well, back time.
Talk back. So when is the show that y'all rehearsing for?
November 14th, and it will be available via Zoom.
So let us know.
For sure. I'll drop the information in when I get a chance.
All right.
You one of my new favorite poets, Ebony.
Well, thank you. I definitely, the funny thing about this chat, I'm so glad that y'all started this because I've been following a lot of y'all already on Facebook and watching y'all on YouTube, but I didn't know that I was the same people that I was liking and sharing stuff on Facebook for were the same people on YouTube. So I basically, it's like I'm learning who my family is, you know what I'm saying? So I love it, man. I just say keep this going, even after this COVID-19, we got to keep this going because we're stretched so far that a lot of us, especially with me and Dora being newer members, this is the only way we get to connect with y'all.
That's what's up. And y'all, speaking of YouTube, I have a YouTube channel, Keith Rogers YouTube channel. I put the link from these shows, like after the links for the shows are in there. So we have Wally B show in there, Mike Curry show, and Ebony's feature in there. And this feature will be in there this week or sometime next week. So go to Keith Rogers YouTube. There's some other portrait videos too. Check it out. So we waiting on Ali. Young Gunner. Who is Young Gunner?
Kendall.
Oh, you did. Salon told me you wouldn't let that name go. You know what? You next. We're going to keep this Alabama thing going. Next, we got Young Gunner, y'all. Young Gunner, the #1 stunner. So you going to rap or do a poem?
I'm finna do a poem. Since
Same
we've
thing.
gone about it, let's get into it. Okay. Sit back and let me make love, not only to you, but to your mind. And as those hands gently stroke my spine, making me feel as if the love we make could never be lost in time. You see, if time could travel, then you hold the keys to my heart, therefore no man could ever unravel. I just want to get lost in you like a whirlwind. I mean, surely in this world we sin, but see, somehow your love always seems to pull me in. This is a roller coaster ride that ensures to get you high while at the same time leaving you breathless and feeling mesmerized. Welcome inside. I'm not John Legend, but all aboard this Cloud 9, where I ensure to make you come in trials. Now, SWV once said I get so weak, but I'm talking mouth to mouth. I'm talking cheek to cheek. I'm talking D-I-C-K and pussy, body language. We don't need to speak. So whether we fuck or we make love, we both will skeet, leaving a puddle in the bed, sweating as if we were two athletes at a track meet. Say my name, as we looking into each other's eyes, knowing we about to fuck up some things. You see, I want you to lick me till I can't remember the day nor the time. Have my mind running rapid as if I had dementia. On your mark, get set, go. With each and every stroke, he takes a piece of my soul. Needless to say, I got this nigga begging for more. Switching positions as if we was playing Twister, hopscotch, and double dutch. Our body yearns for one another's touch. This is need for speed, but without the clutch. I aim to please, so no need to rush. Go on, feel free and get your nut, cause I'ma keep sweat that thing. I'ma make it last forever. And when you fuck with me, well, no one else could ever do it better. So to the person that cares to take this ride with me, go ahead and buckle up your seatbelt because we on our way to a place called Tranquility.
What was that big word?
Tranquility.
Okay, Young Gunner. So you part of the erotic show as well?
Yeah.
You hosting, right?
Nose and Doors hosting.
Well, she didn't tell us that part. See, I was just fishing. Yeah, she didn't tell us she was hosting it. Boy, I tell you.
Oh yeah, she surely is, ain't it?
Yeah.
We need to get with that workshop too, Young Gunner. So hit me up sometime and we'll schedule it for Mobile.
Okay, thank you.
What's that girl name that saying You, Me, and Hennessy with Wayne?
Days Low.
That's you. That's what you remind me of.
I get that a lot too.
What's her name? What song?
Days Low.
You, Me, and Hennessy. You got to listen to that tonight while you in Shawnee's room, okay?
Man, that sounds like church music.
No, Not that, I
Hennessy,
promise.
you, me, and Hennessy. No, no,
Yeah,
no.
church music. A woman and a man. Hallelujah. Always cover yourself. Always cover yourself.
You took it yourself too.
I did. Had my arms under my armpits. But Ali, you ready? Ali done fell asleep on us. What he said?
He said, "My bad."
Was there anyone else wanted to go before Ali close out? All right. So Ali, we ready for you. And yeah, we actually had we had two lawyers on the phone tonight. We had Ashley Borkins in Atlanta, Georgia. We had Divine Johnson in Jacksonville. And we have my niece on the phone. She's an accountant in Atlanta. So yeah, and Ali is a financial consultant slash entrepreneur as well. So you have any money issues, please hit any of them up. Might can benefit you. Ali, we ready? Well, I guess he's not ready. So we're gonna. Was there anybody want to say anything before we close out?
Nick, you rock. I rock. But Nick, you rock.
Jessica, you performing tonight? Your
No,
voice
sir.
like it's back.
I'm eating a big old nasty turkey burger right now.
Oh, hey, have y'all ever had a salmon burger?
Yes. From
Man,
Nepal.
I get them I go to Costco's and get them.
No,
And another thing y'all need to try too, get you a piece of salmon, make a sandwich and put mango on it. And then try it with strawberries too. When I tell you, like, it's just amazing. Just mango and salmon on a sandwich.
That
Mango
sounds
and
good.
strawberry on a sandwich.
The mango sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Takeda, what you said?
I have one I can do.
You supposed to be doing part two. That's what I've been trying to hint at. But it's cool. You can do it next week. Go and do what you're gonna do. I ain't trying to run there. Go and do what you're gonna do. I thought Nick was gonna say it too, but he put his picture up there. Picture on top.
Okay. I did part one earlier. It's part two. Soul Serenade. What you crying for? Got a roof, clothes, bed, and food in the pantry, begging for that cast iron skillet, plenty of milling and base at the lake to catch, one good paying job to slay bills that knock on the door each month, and a 98 miles to party for wheeling around town. No need to plunder for pleasure, digging in graveyards for lost and found pieces of the past that seem to make trouble last forever. Sneaking up when least expected, mental health and being neglected in pursuits of that blessed orange and green scroll, badge, stamp of approval. That you're ready to enter the assembly line of suit and tie, skirt and blazer, wage slaves laying trails of tears mystified, and cold needles, shopping carts and finally cut front yards, fronting temples of terror where babies have naked dance parties with daddy and them, Disney and Friends as the soundtrack of kunta whippings whose scars gel into tattoos attesting to the unbreakable of your being, maroon, ugly duckling, turn into a swan, summertime fine like wine, with wide eagle hips that wave and dip. Good morning, nice to meet you. Please don't hurt me, baby. Only got 8 more lives left, and I'm trying to keep them. Break these fine china chains on my wound, turn the line. Walking with God on the left, Lucy on my right, no longer bearing this fight by my lonesome. Now that I done knelt, Shay knees down to ask for a wholesome kind of ship to help me steer along the path of love. Received. That's all I got.
Part two, baby.
Was that part 2 to the first one?
Yes.
And what's the name of the first one?
Name on the first one, this is Spirit Talk, and this one is Soul Serenade too. I don't know, they go together, but maybe I
Got
need
different names, huh?
something in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah. Work on that title. Work on that title. All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Thoroughly enjoyed y'all as always. If you haven't voted yet, please vote. Even if you think your vote don't count, it does one way or another. Either it don't count or it do count, but it don't count if you don't use it. Well, it don't count for what you want it for. And just because your candidate that you voted for doesn't win doesn't mean that it didn't count. If your vote didn't matter, they wouldn't do so much to try to get you not to vote. Don't fall for the okey-doke, even with a parachute. All right, and Tiffany Baker for judge in Leon County. And we're gonna leave, but y'all find y'all a candidate in some race and support them. Find somebody you believe in, get to know them. Don't just vote for somebody because somebody tell you to vote for them. Although, unless it's Tiffany Baker, vote for because I told you to do it. But everybody else, y'all research them. And I want to thank Jacayla and X for helping out this week in campaigning. We hit up a few neighborhoods. So just be active, y'all. Be active. And we are poets. We are creators. Let's use our art and our skill for something positive, or to move something. Besides our behinds, let's move their minds. Let's plant the. She ended her poem with about plant the seed. Let's plant the seed and nourish it and encourage it to grow from that ground. All right. Remember, when life gives you back talk, don't be afraid to talk back. Any closing remarks from anybody? Latora, you want to say something?
Jessica, that burger looks good.
But
I want to
that
see the
burger
burger.
was so fire.
you licking your lips like.
Listen, y'all don't even understand. I did that.
I like that hair color, Jessica. First of all, I like that hair color. First of all,
Thank you, Ted. Hey,
I never get compliments about my hair color. That's why I put my hat on. Well, you know what?
we like your hat though. I love your hat. I
And it
got the
matched my
shirt
shirt.
to match your hat.
Yeah, I had to outswag Nick. I had a Tiffany Baker campaign shirt on, and Nick get on with his.
How you gonna outplay the feature though? You came for the feature.
Well, I couldn't outpoet him. I had to outswag him.
Okay,
Yeah. But he started because he made me go change clothes. Like, okay, they go in that closet to get that hat.
Nick,
Well, y'all,
not Nick,
please,
but Intricate. This was love, bro. This was love. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it as soon as we hang up, though.
You smashing that thing.
I had to disappear for a little bit to get me something to eat, boy. Yeah.
Nah, you just held your head down and ate.
No, I've been making the flyer for next week. I've been working, man.
Okay.
See that? So I've been working on the flyer for next week.
Who that is?
That's why I had to hear that.
Oh, okay.
That's Khalil.
When Intricate gonna be the feature though?
When he answers his damn, let me almost curse.
Hey.
Man, we done played phone tag for 4 weeks now.
Intricate don't be like that.
Jessica, it ain't just him. It's me too. Because when he called back, I'd be busy. So, matter of fact, after this right here, call me.
All right.
Because I know you're home. I'm seeing background. Well, thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all continue support. Y'all continue writing, spread the word. Although it's live on Facebook now, please, we want to get poets in the actual group thing too. Because although you might not be performing, just seeing your name there in the conversation we have is beautiful and inspiring as well. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, by the way, LeBron is a GOAT too. I just want to throw that out there.
Shut up.
Yeah, LeBron James, greatest of all time.
In my treat that boy, shut up.
Huh? Let me end this right here real quick. Let me know how you end this. I know how to get you to shut up. Where that mute button? Bam. Bam.